Good afternoon, Crawdad faithful, and welcome into the Walnut Creek Crawdads live stream network. And welcome back to Monte Vista High School. Good to be home on a very hot Danville day. Alongside me, Charlie Limoncelli. I'm Harry Setrakian, our producer Jack Brooks, as we welcome you into the broadcast booth again on a very hot, sunny Wednesday afternoon game. And first pitch about to be underway in about 15 minutes, but today's pregame show brought to you by Up the Creek Records. Up the Creek is a great record shop right next to the Ace Hardware in downtown Walnut Creek. They buy and sell new and used vinyl records, CDs, and cassettes, as well as skateboard gear and a variety of other fun gifts like yo-yos and hacky sacks. They also have an all-ages live music venue that hosts local bands every weekend, so check out who is playing at upthecreekrecords.com or their Instagram at Up the Creek Records. Let's check out what's been happening up the creek. And while the Crawdads, after a very, very tough road trip down south, including the San Luis Obispo Blues, who are as southward as the CCL North expands, but still, of course, in the north. The Crawdads have won 3 straight. And Charlie, yesterday, it was an 8-6 victory over Menlo Park, but it's the Crawdads we've been used to seeing outside of that south road trip.
Yeah, it's been very good-looking Crawdad offense. They're plating the runs in scoring position, which is kind of what was the problem when they went down south. And, you know, the offense is working really well. The pitching has really caught up. Obviously, the hitters in the north, generally speaking, not as talented as they are down south. So some more swing and miss stuff that we've seen the last couple of days. A little too many walks yesterday. That's kind of the main area, in my opinion, that the Crawdad staff has to work on. But other than that, this team looks like it's trending towards firing on all cylinders, which they're going to need to be by tomorrow.
Well, there were certainly things to kind of build upon from yesterday. Crawdads pitching, like you alluded to a little bit, did walk 11 batters, as well as that. The Crawdads offense left 12 guys on base, while their own pitching staff did strand 11 legends. It was still a game that was far too close for Walnut Creek. Got out to the 8-2 lead in the third inning, but that's when the Crawdads scoring stopped. And after that, I think they only got somewhere about 4 hits, the rest of the game after the third inning. So it was a tough go for the Crawdad offense, and although they were getting guys on towards the end, they just couldn't get them in and really put the nail in a coffin in a game that probably should have been over a bit earlier. But hey, you still take the win on the road. You come back home now and you face a Stomper team that is kind of on fire, but
yeah,
Crawdad's going to probably have to do a bit more than they did yesterday to pick up a win against a slightly stronger opponent, 2 spots up on the rankings in the CCL North above the Legends. So, Charlie, how do they kind of build on yesterday and forget about some of the bad stuff?
I mean, keep doing everything you were doing, except the 2 areas to clean up. Can't leave runners on base. Got to drive guys in throughout the entirety of the game, and then you got to limit the walks. That's really simple for Walnut Creek. The offense, this is such a talented offensive team. They're always going to be able to hit for the most part. The pitching also is there. All of the tools are there. These guys have great stuff. They throw with nice velocity. The breaking stuff moves well. Just have to throw it into the strike zone. That's really been the problem for the last week or so for Walnut Creek, those 2 areas specifically. But other than that, you know, Sonoma's a hot team right now. The bats are going. They've won a 9 games straight, but this is also the start of a 3-game homestand for Walnut Creek, a place that they've played really well.
That's right. Crawdads picked up their 3rd win in a row yesterday, and they faced the Stompers, who have 9 straight wins. Yesterday for the Crawdads, Weston Thornberry, the starter, got the win. Noah Zirkle was the player of the game after going 2 really strong innings, and Miles Brand collected a save. So it was really a lot of the pitching staff doing a nice job, but we'll take a look very shortly at a preview of the match today between the Walnut Creek Crawdads and the blazing hot home run hitting Sonoma Stompers. We'll take a quick break. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back to the Up the Creek Records pregame show here on the Crawdads live streaming network. The first place Walnut Creek Crawdads have retaken the throne. Slow right now, playing in a very tight game against the Merchants. 5-5 was the last time I checked. They're tied in the late going in that one. So going to have the eyes on that one. But of course, the Crawdads kind of control their own destiny now. Charlie. And today it begins with the third place Sonoma Stompers, 19-13, who have not lost since they last played the Crawdads. That was 10 games ago, and they've been on an absolute tear. It's been some of the kind of bottom-feeding competition that they've gone up against. But if you remember, the Crawdads did have a 13-game win streak, kind of a lot of San Francisco Seagulls in there, a game against PBG. But the Crawdads in that streak still took on the Stompers and Merchants, two teams that are very much in play for that last playoff spot in the CCL North. So anyways, it's just a big matchup, right? You don't have to compare too much. A 9-game win streak, still a 9-game win streak. This is the hottest team in the CCL North coming into town, so the Crawdads have a pretty tall task at hand.
Absolutely. This is a Stompers offense that's red hot, Harry. They've scored at least 12 runs each of their last 3 games. The Crawdads offense hasn't put up that kind of total since last week against Menlo Park, 19-4 that victory on July 7th. So Walnut Creek, if their offense is going to keep up, which ideally you don't need. Ideally the pitchers are able to handle the hot bats of Sonoma, but that's a tall task. In the event that doesn't happen, the Walnut Creek offense is going to need to be equally effective and plate runs to match stride for stride with Sonoma.
Take a look at some of what the Crawdads might need to do well today to win this game. The keys to the game against Sonoma, number one, going to be a consistent offense. And, well, the Crawdads yesterday, again, 8 runs in the first 2 innings, did not score after that, only recorded 4 hits after the 3rd inning. So really going to need to kind of play 1 through 9. We talked about this as a key after the road trip, too, of playing a full 9 innings, this time more so just on the offensive side, making sure you're able to cash in and stay consistent if you score early. Then off of that, holding the momentum, Charlie, that is a huge thing that the Crawdads need to do. A lot of it kind of slipped away yesterday. Thankfully, the bullpen able to come up with it, but it just seems so much harder to play when you feel like Mr. Mentum, as they say, momentum heads over to the other dugout.
Absolutely. I mean, you're up 8-2 at one point for, the majority of the game for Walnut Creek. They led pretty big, and then all of a sudden, a solo home run for Menlo Park. Then they claw it back in the 7th and 8th innings. They bring it within 2 runs, and all of a sudden, you're staring down the barrel of a blown game. Bring in Miles Brand, who has a really nice control effort and makes a save effort that shuts the Crawdad or shuts out the Legends offense, but you don't want to get in that situation. You're up by 6. You want to hold that the entire time, so the offensive consistency has to stay there. Got to hold momentum throughout the entire game. Keep the pedal to the floor. You can't give any of these teams in the North an inch.
Got to keep good old Mo in your dugout. Next is to capitalize on Stompers' errors. Stompers, 60 errors coming into the game recorded. That's second most in the CCL. And the last time they played Walnut Creek, again, which was their last loss, they made 6 of them. And it feels like all year long whenever they've matched up against the Crawdads, they made 6 that time, the time before 3, then the time before that 5. All 3 of those games losses. I could go back and look at another one where they made 5 errors against the Crawdads and was a loss. So they haven't played the Crawdads well defensively, and the Dads have done such a great job of maximizing those chances that they get, and did so yesterday as well against the Legends, but just continue to do the same against the Stompers.
Absolutely. You're going to get extra base runners with the errors. You got to knock them in. That's been the theme of this week for Walnut Creek.
Then number 4, to attack the zone, continuing just attacking these hitters. They are hot, but you got to trust the defense behind you. And for the pitchers, had some trouble yesterday. Again, 11 walks. Just got to command the fastballs and get ahead in counts. Then finally, to extend the lead in first place, Charlie, if the Blues lose, it doesn't matter what the Crawdads do. They'll still have first place. But if the Crawdads win, either way, they remain in first. So they control their destiny. And, well, it's better to obviously win than lose any other day. But if the Blues lose and the Crawdads win, the gap in winning percentage goes just quite a bit higher.
Yeah, that's the ideal scenario. The one thing you can't do in any circumstance right now is lose this game if you're Walnut Creek. Otherwise, you jeopardize ceding the first place spot in the North to the San Luis Obispo Blues. Got to maintain control. There's only 1.5 weeks left of this season, about 10 games yet to be played here in the CCL in 2026. Got to win as many as you possibly can. All teams vying for playoff spots. That's the mentality, because there's only going to be 3 teams from each division that make the playoffs.
Well, the ball might be flying today. 2 teams, top 2 in home runs in the CCL, meet today. In just a few moments, we'll have first pitch, lineups, and all that coming to you on the Crawdads streaming network. 2 playoff teams in the CCL North vying for positioning. We'll be right back with the start of this game. First pitch almost underway is today's first pitch. Time and temperature brought to you by Meadowlark Dairy, an official partner of the Walnut Creek Crawdads. Meadowlark Dairy, bringing Old Town vibes and family fun since 1919. Cool off with Meadowlark. 91 degrees, incredibly sunny, incredibly hot. First pitch scheduled for 4 o'clock, probably going to be around 4:05 as we take a look at the starting pitcher matchup, sponsored by Danville Chocolates, an official partner of the Walnut Creek Crawdads, and well, it's Alessandro Martinez, who's been excellent this year so far. Third start in his 7th appearance overall, an ERA under 1, under .7 even, 0.69 in 13 innings pitched. He's just allowed a single run, 15 strikeouts to 4 walks, 10 and over strikeout per 9 rate over 10. So he has just been unbelievable. Hard to get on base against him. Whip under 1. Everything you can ask for from a starter as we take a look at the defense behind him. Also a pretty solid lineup today, set by Brant Cummings, Dylan Perez, and Bryden Bull. Shane Aldridge out in the outfield from left to right. On the left side of the infield, Kevin Parker Jr. and Elijah Ramos share that side, with the right side being shared by Lucas Carlisle and Cam Taylor. Joe Coupland, the man behind the plate, calling the signs, will be catching for Alessandro Martinez, who's ready to work against the Stomper lineup, set by Zach Pace, Chase Taylor, Mateo Heredia, and Hunter Carlson, the 3 to lead it off. In center field at 3rd, and the catcher, Tino Vassell, the DH, bats 4th with Nick Sebastiani, the right fielder 5th. Trent Keys, the first baseman, bats 6th, with Michael Jones, the left fielder, Misael Uriapero, the second baseman, and Bryson Ayala, the shortstop, finishing things out. Righty versus lefty. Here's the first pitch. It's taken up and away by Taylor for ball 1. Taylor, who enters today, batting .231, but a .402 on base. That'll work in the leadoff spot. The 1-0 from Martinez, same spot taken again, up and away, 2-0. As officially first pitch was at 4:05 p.m.
Yeah, I was about to say you're right on the dot with it, Harry.
Usually about what they kind of target here. So the righty turns and delivers. This one taken right down the middle for a strike. Martinez gets into the zone for the first time today. Guy who's pretty much lived there all year. Again, 15 strikeouts to just 4 walks in 13 innings. His 2-1, a breaking ball taken down and in. 3 balls, 1 strike to Taylor, the leadoff man. Martinez has faced the Stompers once this season, as he comes with the 3-1, and it's up and away, taking ball 4, pretty easy. First at-bat walk for Chase Taylor. And just as we talked about, the Crawdads needing to limit walks, first batter of the day walks.
Yeah, that's a tough one there from Martinez. Just couldn't really locate the fastball earlier in the count and allowed 2 walks to start. Got back with a fastball, just went down the middle, but it's not a pitch you want to throw to all often.
So this begins again. Martinez's second outing against the Stompers this year. First one was in relief on the 30th of June. Went 1 inning, gave up a hit, and also recorded a strikeout. Now the right-hander Heredia takes strike 1. Third baseman batting second today, with Chase Taylor off of first. Guy who's got some speed over there. From the stretch, Martinez waits and fires. 0-1 down and away, taken by Heredia. Evens up at 1-1. Chase Taylor at first, 8 stolen bases, but he has been caught 5 times. So a threat to 1 run, but also a threat to be thrown out. He stays put. The 1-1 delivery taken on the outside part of the plate for a strike. Nicely located fastball. That's where you always want to live as a pitcher. Low away corner, tough to get to. You get rollovers, you get pop-ups.
It's exactly what you want if you're Martinez. Need a rollover or a pop-up here.
Especially in a same-handedness matchup. Here's Martinez, the righty, to the righty hitter Heredia. Takes for a ball. Because the 2 balls, 2 strikes.
One, not his traditional fastball, a little bit cuttery there.
Yeah, I was going to say, looked like it had some good cut. Primary fastball slider guy. The 2-2 is swung on and missed. The slider, nasty. Biting down beneath the plate, or beneath the zone and off the plate. Heredia down on strikes, first out of the day, first strikeout of the day for Alessandro Martinez.
Wow, and that registered on the TrackMan data right on top of home plate. Induced vertical break under an inch, but the spin rate, 3,039 revolutions per minute for Martinez at 80 miles an hour. Gross.
got one of the spinniest breaking balls in the entire CCL as now he faced the lefty catcher, Hunter Carlson, takes the first pitch for a ball, 88 miles an hour, with a fastball hitting the gun nicely. So fastball, slider, changeup is the go-to for Martinez, and that slider slash sweeper is kind of the out pitch. 1-0 to Carlson. He takes outside. Goes to 2-0. Another fastball there. Lefty Carlson, the catcher, enjoying a really, really nice season. 297, 4 home runs. Team that's been hitting a lot of them lately. Holds the bat on his shoulder, awaits the 2-0 that falls in for a ball inside. So 3-0. Martinez going with the soft stuff there, maybe not wanting too much to do with Hunter Carlson.
No, Carlson's a dangerous hitter, tied for second in the league in homers. Also up there in the RBI category.
So now a 3-0. Runner bluffs a go, but the pitch taken for a strike. So Martinez working to get back in this count. Now Carlson still way ahead with Taylor not making much action on first. Holding about 8 feet from the bag where Cam Taylor holds him on. Defense, a double play depth. The 3-1. Carlson, big swing. It just nicks it foul behind the plate.
Protect swing there. Nice inner third fastball challenge pitch from Martinez. Love what I'm seeing.
Carlson maybe didn't have to go after that one. Looked a little down and in perhaps, but that's where lefties like to drop that barrel on that low and in pitch. It's now a 3-2 from Martinez. Runner will go. Pitch is taken for a ball. Slider missed a little bit down. And that'll be ball 4. Good pitch. Very close, but better take.
Yeah, that one was right there. Could have been called either way. Ends up being a ball. So walks on the day. Start out this inning for Martinez, but you've got one out. All you need is a ground ball double play.
So already, like you said, 2 walks after 11 yesterday. The starter Thornbury had 3 walks in 4 innings a day ago in Menlo Park. Is now the first pitch to the cleanup man. Tino Vassell is in for a strike. Takes it for ball 1. Another lefty in the top of the order. Top 4 contains 3 lefties. Top 6 contains 4. Martinez checks back to second a few times. Now he'll lift the leg and fire, and it's fouled back. No balls, 2 strikes. Vassell. Perfect. 333 entering today. Leads his team in batting average. 30 for 90 on the season. Nice.
Wow.
And not symmetrical, but just some nice numbers we're dealing with there. OPS up over 1,000. Behind 0-2, Martinez a long pause. Now he'll come home. And the pitch is taken outside. Slider looking for the back door. Tino Vassell has also been on a tear lately, tearing the cover off the baseball. Also has 4 homers. It's behind 1-2. Waggling the bat slowly in the left-hand batter's box and swings and fouls this one away towards the right side. He'll stay alive.
But yeah, Vassell, arguably the hottest hitter in the CCL North right now, Harry. You could make an argument he's the hottest hitter in the entire league if you combine average on base and slugging. I mean, San Francisco product is doing a marvelous job putting the ball in play and finding hits.
Last 3 games he's been a little quieter, but through the 9-game win streak, he's been excellent. 1-2 is swung at and popped way high up on the infield toward the third base side. Parker Jr. drifting over past third and now back to his left. He'll make the catch. Calm and easy for Parker. He takes in out number 2, and runners stay on first and second.
Parker Jr. is just such a good fielder. He tracks the ball really well for an infielder, and to be fair, the guy can play outfield too. Austin and I were talking about this earlier. He might be the best defender purely on the team, just in terms of the way he can track a ball down. He can out dive on ground balls that are hit hard to him. Does it all.
Nick Sebastiani, the righty, facing the righty Martinez. First pitch he sees, he pops it foul over to the right side. It's going to go out of play. Not even to mention the rocket ship of an arm that is attached to Kevin Parker.
Yeah. That throwing arm is... The Crawdads a whole lot of outs on that left side of the infield.
Such a weapon. Anything hits to him, he doesn't need any time to unleash it. 0-1 to Sebastiani, taken outside for a ball. I keep mentioning it. It's just so fun to watch him uncork a throw.
Yeah. You got to wonder what he used to be like on the mound.
Especially when he's turning double plays from short. Especially valuable. It's the 1-1 now as Martinez comes in, pitches up and in, taken for ball 2. But those double plays at short, I mean, he is at third today, but you have to think if you're a second baseman or a first baseman, when you're turning a double play over to Kevin Parker covering, you have to feel confident that you can kind of take some more time with your feet and give him a smaller window to fire a 90-plus mile-an-hour strike back to first. Now with 2 down, no score yet, 2-1. The pitch into Sebastiani, swung and missed.
Woo.
Really nice slider.
Beautiful slider from Martinez at 79 miles an hour, 270 RPMs. Just hit the bottom of the zone, but induced the swing. That's the important part.
So Martinez gets the second strike, 1 pitch away from getting out of the first inning. Stranding 2 on. 2-2. Swing and a miss. Went to the same spot with that slider and got the same result. 2 strikeouts in the inning. After facing 5 batters, Martinez pitches a scoreless first. Crawdad lineup coming up. Crawdad offense coming up. And today it looks a little different, but it looks like this, as set by head coach / manager Brant Cummings. Shane Aldridge leading off for his 7th time this season, though a lot of that was in the first part of the season. He's playing right field with Lucas Carlisle batting second. At second base, Ryan Ellis, the DH, bats third, with Kevin Parker Jr. cleaning up at third. Cam Taylor, the first baseman, bats fifth, with Bryden Bull back lefties in the 5-6 spot. He'll be in center field, with Joe Coupland behind the plate batting seventh, Dylan Perez in left batting eighth, and Elijah Ramos, the shortstop, rounding things out as we take a look at the other half of the starting pitcher matchup, sponsored by Danville Chocolates, an official partner of the Walnut Creek Crawdads. And it's a guy who's relatively new to the CCL this season, Max Mazinter.
Yeah, new guy for the Sonoma Stompers. Mazinter, just a couple of appearances at Tulane this spring, redshirt sophomore there, but originally from Scottsdale, California. Pair of seasons at South Mountain Community College. Didn't get to play in 2025. Ended up redshirting that season, but as a freshman, saw a whole lot of work, 38 innings.
So comes into summer with a chance to build on a really solid freshman season, just kind of trying to improve himself and be a key cog in that green wave rotation. As he'll face the leadoff man today, again, the 7th time in this leadoff spot, Shane Aldridge, appearing for the 5th time against Sonoma. The first pitch he sees, he fouls away down the left field line and pretty deep, but obviously well foul. Crawdads in their black tops, red dads across the chest, red number on the back, red piping around the sleeves, and their white pinstripe pants.
It's the best uniform combination for Walnut Creek.
The 0-1 from Mazinter is way up and away, taken by Aldridge. And Sonoma wearing off-colored gray, dark gray uniforms with a lighter gray pants. Very interesting. The hat, a navy blue with orange billing and the orange logo in the middle. 1-1 to Aldridge. Fanned and then fouled at. Fanned at and fouled away to the left side again.
Harry, I'm going to give you a little industry secret here. The uniform, especially the away uniform for Sonoma, all the team provides is the gray top jersey. It's on the players to provide their own gray pants. That's why it can appear like there's a shade that's off.
1-2 to Aldridge. Up and away again, taken. The lefty works it to 2-2. That's very funny, and it kind of shows. You can definitely tell it's off put a little bit, and it was the same with my high school team. I think it was my junior year. They got a new set of uniforms. The old ones were pretty sleek, but they were getting old, and the pants they provided were not as good as they used to be. As a 2-2, Aldridge awaiting. He takes a fastball down and in, 90 miles an hour on the gun, but the pants that were provided were not very protective. Sliding into second really just hurt.
Interesting.
So I had to buy some ones with a bit better of a multi-layered kind of padding on the shins, but they were slightly different color. Payoff pitch. Aldridge swings through a fastball. Goes down swinging. Tipped it actually into the glove, but regardless. 1 up and 1 down for Max Mazinter. A nice start.
Yeah, very much so. Just challenged him. Fastball down the middle. Aldridge, I think, was a little bit under it. Maybe expecting it to go kind of more top of the zone. So sort of that opposite of the induced vertical break.
Snoop Doggy Dog over the PA system, meaning nothing else than Lucas Carlisle coming to bat. The right-hander, 333 on the season. 4 for 8 against the Stompers in 3 games. Looking to continue reigning well. He drops down a drag bunt towards third, but kind of towards the mound. Mazinter up with it. He'll go to first in time. So the pitcher off the mound on the chopped bunt attempt puts out Carlisle. Kind of, it's not where you want it. You want to get it kind of the triangle between the pitcher, the shortstop, and the third baseman if you're bunting that way for a base hit.
Yeah, right idea, just not exactly located in the correct spot for Carlisle there. He's had a lot of success with the bunts this season, but that one that he'll want to get back.
Now second lefty in the Crawdads lineup, Brian Ellis. 3-spot hitter and DH stands in against Mazinter, the righty, whose first pitch is up and out of the zone for ball number 1. Ellis, easy take there. Who he has also really owned the Stompers this season, 6 for 9. 4th game he's played against them now. The 1-0 to him is taken away.
How about Ellis? Last time he was at bat as a Crawdad back on Sunday against the Alameda Merchants. One into the right center gap, well over the fence. Got the day off yesterday, so first time he's appearing this week.
Really nice swing on it. Bit of a higher pitch. Now a 2-0. Taken again as it hits the glove of the catcher Carlson. Outside of the zone, 3-0. Defensively for the Stompers, left to right in the outfield goes Michael Jones, Chase Taylor, and Nick Sebastiani. The infield, Heredia and Ayala on the left with Heredia Pero and Keys on the right side. Hunter Carlson again behind the plate. 3-0 pitch. Ellis taken all the way, and it's in there for a strike. Right off the front hip to hit the zone off the left-hand batter.
Yeah, that's the exact place you want it on a get-me-over kind of pitch with the fastball. You don't really want to leave it over the middle because then the hitter can just crush it. Leave it a little more in and low at that corner. It's harder to get to.
Ellis way ahead, 3-1. Big swing and a foul off of Carlson's mask. It goes to 3 balls, 2 strikes. Only 7 pitches needed for the first 2 outs for Mazinter. Alessandro Martinez, his counterpart, threw 25 pitches in the first, but now Ellis working a full count. Up to 12 now on the inning is Mazinter. The righty exclusively from the stretch. Long-legged hurler. Lifts the leg, fires, and Ellis takes ball 4 inside.
Classic Ryan Ellis at bat, work a full count, get a walk.
Just an absolute veteran approach from Mr. Crawdad.
Yep, doesn't chase.
He has really, just continued to show why that's his nickname and why it's very fitting for him.
Yeah.
So now KPJ in the cleanup spot coming in. 208 hitter on the season, though slugging 389, a bit up. Still both numbers you'll want to see a bit higher, but he's been hitting the ball so hard. First pitch he's ever seen from Mazinter, taken outside off the glove and scurried away from Carlson a bit, but he collects.
And Kevin Parker Jr., like you alluded to here, he's been tearing the cover off of the baseball. The last couple of hits have been absolutely crushed.
Had a couple of hard liners yesterday at Menlo. One that was really hit good, but into the glove of the left fielder. 1-0 delivery. He fouls it back, a big swing, and hit it pretty hard, but just right back. They say when you're fouling the ball right back to the screen, it means you're right on it with the timing.
And that's just a pitch that's really nice from Mazinter. Located it beyond the outer third with the fastball low corner, so Parker Jr. has to really extend out and try to get it. You're never really going to make good contact on a pitch like that.
1-1 is hit towards center field. Coming in hard is Taylor. It's falling, and it'll drop in front of him, so he collects on one hop. And it's a base hit for Kevin Parker. Extends the inning. First hit of the day for either side.
Well hit from Parker Jr. Kind of jammed him on the inside, but put a nice swing on it. Able to just lift it just far enough in the air to shallow center.
I was going to say on the pitch before, you mentioned it was a little outside. Pitchers know now that he's a guy that's really looking for something hard inside to turn on it, but if you attack him away, you kind of have to set your sights out there if you're a hitter. So a good time there for Mazinter to bring the inside heat. Regardless, Parker Jr. deposited it for a hit, and it extends the inning for the big lefty, Cam Taylor, in a run-scoring situation. First pitch to him. Swinging a high drive to center field. A bit too high, as now over from center is Taylor to his right, and he'll squeeze it for out number 3. So a good swing by Taylor on the first pitch, but just a bit under it to end the inning. So a scoreless first. Both teams have 5 batters up to the plate so far, but nothing to nothing. We go to inning number 2. Nothing game after one. Both pitchers a clean first inning after getting 2 runners on base. But a win for the first place Crawdads today would mean they clinch a spot in the CCL postseason. So perhaps 8 innings away from a bit of celebration, though they have their sights set, of course, on that 1 seed, especially now. So we just took a look at the score, slow down 10-6 to Alameda, and was that the 8th inning?
Top of the 9th.
Top of the 9th.
It's the last chance for San Luis Obispo with Alameda playing at home.
So they're chasing 4 runs. If Slow loses, the Crawdads can lose today and still hold first place.
But if they lose, it really still becomes a must-win.
First pitch to Trent Keys, a slider taken for a strike. Diving into the zone at the last second, it seems. That's such a good pitch from the right hand of Martinez.
Yeah, that's a beautiful breaking ball that just plunks at the top of the zone.
He's already ready to go with the 0-1. Pitch is swung and missed. Fastball outer part of the plate. Changing speeds, changing the inside-outside a little bit.
Yeah, this is the Sandro Martinez we're used to seeing. Just a very cerebral pitcher, mixes the 2-pitch offering really well, and his spots are awesome.
0-2 to Keys. Bounced foul towards the Crawdad dugout. He'll stay alive, down 0-2. 25 pitches, I mentioned, was what it took for Martinez to get through the first, so a bit of a hefty load trying to work through the middle to bottom third. 6, 7, 8 hitters. A little quicker. His 0-2 is called strike 3. Fastball in the inner corner. Sits keys down. Third strikeout of the day for Alessandro Martinez, who's on a bit of a roll with the strikeouts.
Yeah. Strikeout stuff is clearly there. The fastball looks good. It's spinning well. The breaking ball is spinning really well. And if that at-bat is any indication, Martinez has found the zone.
Career high is 5 strikeouts already, 3/5 of the way there through 1 1/3. It's Michael Jones, the left fielder, right-hander, swings at the first pitch, loops it towards second. Carlisle, a couple steps back into the outfield, makes the catch.
Efficiency. That's exactly what you want from Martinez. You threw 25 pitches in the first inning, and now after 5 pitches total, you're through 2 outs in the top of the second. Just need a couple more to get out Rudy Perro, and then boom, you're out of the inning.
That is big time to try and get through this one quickly. Because it's Misael Uriapero, left, or the second baseman batting left. In for the first time, he'll watch the ball skip in, and he's wearing number 51. He had been wearing number 51. Still listed on their roster as 46 with Bryson Ayala, the shortstop.
Yeah, it's an away game thing. They switch Ayala and Uriapero. Couldn't tell you exactly why. All I know is that it happens at away games only.
Breaking ball there, taken for a ball, 2-1. That went outside. Maybe it's just jersey's a different size.
That could be.
So it works out. Uriapero and Ayala, definitely kind of different sizes. Uriapero, a bit smaller. He's ahead 2-0. Waits fastball right there for a strike.
Looking at the TrackMan data, 85 miles an hour for Martinez. He's been sitting 88, so that might have been a little more of that cuttery kind of pitch. Took some off of it, got some movement.
2-1. Take in for a ball. It's a two-seamer. It's running arm side. That one ran too far arm side and goes to 3-1, but getting the movement there. Throwing it to the lefty, tailing away.
It's moving a lot, too.
3-1. That's a slider, taken right there at the knees for a strike. Able to bend it in the zone and stop it right on that bottom rail. It's impressive work from the righty. Now he's got a chance to go 1-2-3 with a 3-2 count to the 8-hitter Uriapero. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Inside slider off the back foot. And Coupland completes the tag. 2 strikeouts in the inning and a 1-2-3. Alessandro Martinez gives him the claw in the second inning. Max Mazinter out there for his second inning. A clean first frame, but 2 runners did get on base. 1 into scoring position. Gave up a knock, the lone hit of the game so far. And it's Brian Bull, the center fielder, coming up for his first time in the 6th spot in the order. Has been kind of around that middle third all season long, 3, 4, 5, and 6. But has hit a bit of a cold streak lately.
Yeah, that he has. Did have a pair of hits his last game, though.
He's been more patient. We'll see if he swings at the first one. Here it comes. He takes it at the knees for a strike. A fastball in there.
It's a solid take, though. I mean, the pitch was kind of tailing down in the zone. Now 0-1. Wouldn't be surprised if he takes again.
No balls and a strike. The pitch. Breaking ball. Up and away. Backed up on the pitcher, Mazinter, for a ball.
I like the patience, though. Even though he hasn't been able to get a ton of knocks, the patience is good. The swing looking a little better today in BP.
1-1 even count. Swinging a hard line drive out to center field. Bo gets under it a bit. Taylor standing right where he was stationed and puts it away for the first out. 1 up, 1 down, just as the pitcher Mazinter began the first inning.
But that's the swing you want to see from Bryden Bull. It's been all about the timing. That's been his issue this season. When he was really on it, on the baseball, that second week of the season, he was crushing it. Since then, he's been struggling to time it up. That right there is just a nice line drive swing from him. That's ball and play a lot.
Just a little too under it. It's kind of the swing I was talking about yesterday. You want to line it, but get under it, so it has the backspin to keep soaring up. Joe Coupland now in and takes the first pitch, a slider, splitting the zone for a strike. And this type of the swing, that's the type of swing that tells you your top hand's working well. Able to kind of punch towards the pitcher, stay on top of the ball, but even if you're getting under it, you'll get good results. 0-1. Popped up, back behind us. Foul. Coupland, first at bat against the Stompers this season. Crawdads and Stompers have played 5 times. 4 times the Crawdads have been the winners of this rivalry series. But it's been the last 4. Crawdads have a 4-game winning streak over the Stompers. It's been since June 5th. 0-2. Slider, take in just off the plate for a ball, nicely thrown on the outside part.
Yeah, good pitch, good frame from Carlson, but an even better read from the home plate umpire. Saw it, that it was about an inch or 2 outside the plate.
It's been exactly 40 days since Sonoma beat the Crawdads on June 5th. First action of conference play. 1-2 to Coupland, and he's fouled right over us again.
Coupland a little bit late. Fastball from Mazinter's working really well right now. That's the primary pitch, and so far the Crawdads have had a lot of trouble catching up to it besides Parker Jr.
So Coupland getting to see another one. It's 1-2. Holds the hands low beneath the shoulders. A small bat waggle in the right-hand batter's box, right in the center of that box. 1-2 from the righty. A slider taken above the zone for a ball. Works it to 2-2. Coupland. He's really been a nice addition here. I mean, he just takes a great at-bat.
Yeah.
Strong behind the plate.
Very much needed reinforcement. Helps spell Winchell, Longacre, and Clisby, so all of them are going to be really fresh come playoff time.
He's 2 for 6 on the year so far with a double. 2-2 to him. Swinging fouled back. A little lower this time. Maybe more towards the marketing / analytics / Austin Otis table.
Yep.
Thank God that fence is there. Maybe would have taken out the TrackMan computer.
Perhaps so.
Don't need another one of those to go down.
No, not at all. Do wish it was netting here instead of fencing, though. Be a little easier to see.
I agree. 2-2 coming in. Coupland pops it up. Foul. Do I have a play on this?
You might.
Please. Oh, just missed. Just
Literally
to our right. I'm going to end up with the baseball, though.
Yeah, 5 feet to your right, Harry.
Yes, we got it. Finally. This is the first
man.
time I've ever gotten a baseball.
Yeah, there you go. You
during a call.
A CCL baseball. It's too bad you didn't have the glove, and you could have dove for it, man.
What a play. Well, Coupland remains alive. It's a 2-2 count. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Elevated the fastball, and Mazinter got him to bite. It's his second strikeout. Gets out number 2 in the second. And meanwhile, we've received word that the San Luis Obispo Blues have officially lost to the Alameda Merchants. No matter the result of this game, Crawdads will remain in first place in the CCL North.
Huge.
Huge news.
Absolutely. I mean, Crawdad fans rejoice for a little bit. Still really need to take care of business today and tomorrow against the Blues to cement the first place lead, but things trending in the right direction for Walnut Creek.
Dylan Perez Now in the 8th spot, left-handed hitter hits a high drive to right field. Sebastiani racing back towards the wall. He'll reach up. He can't make the catch. Perez now rounding second. He's in for third. Sebastiani's throw is not in time. A big rip by Dylan Perez nets him a triple.
Wow, Dylan Perez, how about that? 94 miles an hour off the bat, 352 feet into right field. And this is a guy that loves to hit velocity. He's going to get high velo from Mazinter. Sits about 90 miles an hour with the fastball. That one, a little more off speed at 84, but it was outer third, middle part of the zone, and Perez just tanked it.
So Perez, a 2-out triple. That one looked like it was going to fly out up off the bat.
Yeah, I thought so too.
Real close. 352 feet to right center field. And the fence isn't that much deeper than that. Just talking about how excited we were about Slow taking a loss, and Perez wasting no time to make sure the Crawdads have a chance at a lead here to extend their first place standing. Slow with the loss, by the way. Winning percentage goes down to 676 from 694. So now Elijah Ramos takes the first pitch outside for a ball. Ramos, who we have deemed the Stomper this year. Former Stomper is 7 for 18 in 5 games against Sonoma. He's the only one in the lineup today who's played in all 5. The 1-0 to him is hit high to left field and deep. Jones now tracking back. He's going to watch it fly out of here. Elijah Ramos cranks a homer out to left center. Clears the wall and more. 2-run shot is the first of his collegiate career.
Wow. What a bomb for Elijah Ramos. His first as a Crawdad. 2 career home runs. Both of them are here for Ramos. One as a Stomper, this one as a Crawdad. But man, how about that? The Crawdads needed it most right there.
So check that. Yes, had one last summer with Sonoma. Now does it to Sonoma. The top of the order flips up and over, and Shane Aldridge takes ball 1. Man, it's not hit one in a spring season yet, but it's the first one he's hit since 2024 that summer.
And with his family in attendance, how about that?
So now Aldridge ahead 1-0. He hits one hard towards the middle. It gets through for a base knock. Low liner gets him on first. This 2-out rally rather has been sensational.
Very much so. And the swing from Shane Aldridge continues looking fantastic. He's putting the bat to the ball really well right now. Hitting those easy singles that'll help get his on base and his average higher up.
Man, Elijah Ramos, the stomper. Perhaps the most impactful swing he's had so far against Sonoma this season.
Yeah.
He's already got 2 doubles against him. He's now driven in 7 runs.
He has 2 Player of the Game nominations and victories against his former team as well. In line for the 3rd already.
Pick attempt to first. Aldridge diving back. Crawdads maybe saw something with Mazinter's delivery. They've been jumping all over him ever since he recorded 2 outs.
Yeah, 2nd time through the order. They've been communicating.
Now Carlisle takes his first pitch down low for a ball. Fastball just missing. So ahead 1-0 again. Triple homer, single, extended the inning. 8, 9, and 1 doing the job. The 1-0 to Carlisle. He hits it hard to the left side on one hop, past the infield for a knock. So a hard base hit is the 4th straight for Walnut Creek as they continue to work with 2 outs in this 2nd inning. 2 runs already in. This won't go away.
No, indeed not. And how about the table setting, top of the order for Walnut Creek? Aldridge and Carlisle doing a nice job finding ways to board with 2 down. Now you give Ryan Ellis a chance to add some more runs, and that's always a dangerous proposition, Harry.
Absolutely is. As a quick meeting on the mound for Sonoma, we'll take a look at how Ryan Ellis has gotten it done so far. I mean, it's a lot of power, obviously. He's 2nd in the CCL North in isolated slugging. So you take slugging, you subtract batting average. Basically, I've kind of called it the extra base hit percentage.
Yep.
And he's up towards the 300 mark, which is pretty sensational. Obviously, 300 for a batting average would be quite good, and so he's doing that, basically hitting 300 on extra base hits.
Yeah, pretty insane. 9 extra base hits for Ellis, 5 doubles, 4 homers, tied for the Crawdad lead, and obviously tied second in the league in homers. And also, Harry, of note, Ellis, with 1 more RBI, will tie Ryan Brome's Crawdad career Ribby record.
1 more to tie, 1 more to take it. The tying is on second. So in scoring position, that's Aldridge out there. He's got speed. First pitch to Ellis is taken at the top of the zone for a strike. Fastball lands in there. This inning is really taking a turn after a fly out and a strikeout of Bolin Coupland. Triple home run, single. 2 runs are in thanks to the 2-run shot by Ramos. 0-1 to Ellis, a big swing, and just hits it off the catcher Carlson. So behind 0-2 now, going to have to fight.
Indeed he will, but another guy who's fantastic in 2 strike counts is Ryan Ellis. Like we always talk about, he won't chase outside the zone, or at least that happens very infrequently. Got to give him something to hit, otherwise he's going to take it for a ball. And he's got all the contact and power tool to hit the ball all over the place.
No balls, 2 strikes. He'll take strike 3. Slider spots on the inside corner for Max Mazinter, who dances out of a jam after 2 runs came in thanks to a triple and homer from the 8 and 9 hitters Dylan Perez and Elijah Ramos. The Stomper strikes again. After the Crawdads bring home 2 in the bottom of the second, Stompers have some work to do, but they have been doing some work. If you look at their home runs in July, 15 of them. 15 home runs in the month of July already. We're only 15 games in, or 15 days in, I should say. The rest of the CCL North has 17 in the same span.
Yeah, pretty insane how much the power has surged for the Stompers this season, especially in July.
First pitch popped up behind the plate. Coupland's got a beat. He'll race towards the backstop. Now comes back on him, and he'll still have the space to squeeze it. So Ayala out on 1 pitch.
And great comms from Kevin Parker Jr. Saw that Coupland was ahead, said coming back, telling Coupland to move back, and he's just able to, in the correct moment, reaches back with the glove, puts it away on 1 pitch.
Give an assist to Kevin Parker, the third baseman.
Seriously. He reads the ball so well.
Yeah. Man, still, needless to say, the Stompers have been driving the ball with such incredible power. The first pitch to the leadoff man is taken outside. Chase Taylor for the second time. He walked his first time, but they, in this span of taking the lead in the CCL in home, the entire CCL, 24 total. The 1-0 to Taylor drops in for a strike. Nice slider. Crawdads had led for a long time, but
yeah,
this again, just this streak.
Yeah, entered the game 3 ahead of the Crawdads, now just 2, courtesy of Elijah Ramos.
1-1, a changeup dipped outside.
But yeah, it's been all home runs, and that's what happens when you're facing teams with a little more suspect pitching, like they have in the win streak.
It's a fair way to put it. 1-1. Fastball head high and away. 3-1.
I won't call out those teams because that'd be unprofessional, but just go look at the records, go look at the standings in this win streak for Sonoma, and you'll see what I'm talking about.
3-1 count from Martinez. Delivers a slider in the dirt taken for ball 4. Taylor walks for the second time in as many plate appearances today. And well, if you are wondering, 16 and 65.
Yeah.
The combined records of PBG.
And also look at those team ERAs for the teams that they've played.
PBG, San Francisco Seagulls, and well, you can actually add a win now that Alameda won earlier today against Slow.
True,
So
but
17 and 65. And if you remove Alameda, the one tough team, it gets a little uglier.
Yeah.
Now in for the second time, Heredia, he takes strike 1.
Also the Santa Maria Indians, another affiliate that not playing nearly as many games as the Alameda Merchants, but contending with the Seagulls for last place in the division.
0-1, swinging over a slider that darts down and away for strike 2. Way ahead as Martinez is now at short. A few steps to his right goes Ramos, with Carlisle shading over towards second. The 0-2, swing and a miss. He got him with the slider. And that will match a career high with 5 strikeouts on the day. Alessandro Martinez rolling through 2 2/3.
Yeah, that breaking ball is just filth from Sandro Martinez. He's doing it all. Everything plays off the fastball. He can locate it there, then he sets up easy swing and miss stuff with the breaker.
So matches the, again, career mark. 5 strikeouts he had at Menlo Park on the 17th of June. Now the third place hitter, Goodman, takes a ball in the dirt. So just the second time that Martinez has reached this mark. And, I mean, plenty of time to build on it.
Very much so. This is a guy who can go 5 innings for Walnut Creek. A whole lot of time to add some more Ks.
It's 1-0 to the All-Star Carlson, up and away. Did I call him Hunter Goodman? I don't know if
you did.
I think I did. I was worrying about that because I was thinking about the All-Star game. Hunter Carlson, Hunter Goodman. 2 very talented catchers. We're having great seasons.
Yeah, very much so.
Their respective teams. The Rockies, glad to have Hunter Goodman. 2-0, the Stompers, equally grateful to have Hunter Carlson, who takes a strike, the slider landing in.
Yeah, Carlson and Vassell have just been the big spark plugs consistently against any team in the entire CCL. They've been able to find hits, find ways aboard, drive in runs. That's why they sit 3 and 4 in the order. Most important spots.
2-1, Carlson ahead. This pitch goes off of Coupland off the dirt. And up to second goes Chase Taylor on the wild pitch. Another 3-1 count for Martinez to deal with. But now if you're down 3-1, a couple of pitches have been well out of the zone. You don't get much easier with Tino Vassell on deck, but Carlson, perhaps the best hitter on this team. Might think about putting him on first with the base open, though. With 2 outs,
yeah,
you don't need to set yourself up for a double play situation.
I think you do that, but challenge him high and tight with a fastball here.
Said he goes down low looking for the outside part with the fastball, and it's too low for ball 4. So both Taylor and Carlson working their second walks. This is deja vu from the first inning. Strikeout to Taylor, or rather a walk to Taylor, swinging strikeout to Heredia, and a walk to Carlson. Exactly how this game started.
Yeah, and then if the trend continues, means Vassell would pop up to third base where Parker Jr. is looming.
Yeah. Designated hitter, batting lefty. In the back of that batter's box, Ramos kind of playing right behind second. First pitch, fastball outside corner, taken for a strike. Maybe got a bit of help.
But the outer third of the zone against lefties has been extended to each side today.
And the limited sample size we've seen, it's been called out there.
Yeah.
So 0-1, Martinez deals to Vassell. This one inside, taken. That 2-seamer. Not quite jumping off the front side into that zone, so holds it 1-1. in at 85 miles an hour. A little more tail on the arm side. 1-1 pitch. Out and away for a ball. The slider couldn't come back. Kind of backed up on him there. So it goes to 2-1. Vassell with Taylor on second. Carlson on first. 2 outs in the inning. Martinez recorded a strikeout and a foul out. Next one, a slider outside, taking ball 3.
Got to attack for Martinez here. I mean, obviously the 2 most dangerous hitters in the Stomper order. A righty on deck looming, so you could walk the bases loaded, but that's such a dangerous proposition here. Got to try getting out.
3-1, Vassell's way ahead as Martinez looks to second, now comes home with it, and it's up and away, ball 4. So he will walk him loaded, and you have to think this is a bit more of a favorable matchup for Martinez, getting the righty in Sebastiani. And now a force anywhere. Sebastiani, a guy who's hitting .232 on the season, and in fact, it's not even going to be Nick Sebastiani.
Wow.
So his day's done. Anthony
Gutsy.
Scheplerin. I like this from Zach Pace and Sonoma, just trying to get a better opportunity when they have a chance to hang some runs on the number 1 team in the CCL North, and perhaps, I mean, every win matters very much for Sonoma. They have a chance to end up in the 2 seed.
Yeah, very
all
much
things
so.
considered.
I mean, everything is possible with the top 3 seeding-wise.
So he'll be in the 5 spot now as the pitch comes in. It bounces in front of Coupland and gets to the backstop. Just a fastball spiked by Martinez, and a run will come in. And every other runner moves up. So command and walks have already been a problem for Martinez. An outing in which it was kind of important for Crawdad pitching in general to bounce back from yesterday with the 11 walks. So he's already got 5 walks. Now a pair of wild pitches too.
Yeah, as many walks as he has strikeouts.
They neutralize each other, cancel each other out. 1-0 pitch. Schepler takes outside. Goes to 2-0.
Austin Bilello, the left-hander, warming up for Walnut Creek.
Not too urgent out there and right as, well, now a chat on the mound coming as coach out from the first base dugout.
Jeff Robertshaw going to go have a chat with Martinez here. Wonder if they're seeing something mechanically here or if this is more of a composure meeting. Love to know. Nonetheless, I mean, Martinez knows he's got the stuff, just has to throw it in the zone, get the swing and miss that he was in the 2nd inning and the end of the 1st.
Entire infield comes in for the meeting. It's a party out there on the mound. Chatting about, got to keep your wits about you. Get a ground ball. You're just going to first. Runners on 2nd and 3rd, thanks to the wild pitch to begin this at-bat. Scored the first run of the day for Sonoma, making it a 2-1 ball game. They've scored without recording a hit so far, but do have runners on 2nd and 3rd. They've stranded 2. That was in the 1st. Martinez trying to do the same here. He's behind 2-0 on Anthony Schepler in his first plate appearance. The pitch swung and missed. You got maybe a piece of it, but regardless, it's strike 1.
Yeah, that's the right pitch right there. Just deceiving breaking ball that sits middle of the zone, slightly to the inner 3rd, but drops all the way on a string out of the zone.
So 2 balls and a strike. Schepler still ahead off the bench. Old school style, wearing no batting gloves. The 2-1, and he swings through another. So another breaking ball, and another Schepler empty swing. So it goes to 2-2. Martinez, big chance to put him away and keep the Crawdad lead and limit the damage to just 1. Walnut Creek leads it 2-1 in the early going. Righty versus lefty. Martinez kicks and fires. 2-2. Swing and a miss. 3 straight sweepers. Gets him out of the inning, and he sets a new career mark. 6 strikeouts on the day, including 2 this inning. Nice job by Martinez to dance out of the jam and just give up 1. 2-1, Walnut Creek leads. Crawdads set to come up in the bottom of the third. So we march on in this one, though after today's game, the player of the game, as always, will be brought to you by Worth Group Restaurant, a local collection of East Bay restaurants owned and operated by Rodney Worth. It includes the Peasant and the Pear in Danville, the Bourbon Pear in Livermore, and the Golden Pear in Walnut Creek. Worth Group Restaurants, an official partner of the Walnut Creek Crawdads. The Stompers with a couple defensive changes that Charlie Limoncelli will tell you all about.
Yep, Anthony Shepler pinch hit for Nick Sebastiani. He heads over to first base, one of his more natural positions, and then Trent Keyes, who can play outfield or first base, heads to right to replace Sebastiani, who was in the right field position. So that'll do it. Nothing too all crazy, but the pinch hitter will remain in the game.
Perfectly done. I was doing the ad read over the announcement here as Kevin Parker in for a second time, 1-for-1. And he takes a fastball outside and low for ball one.
And that's what I'm here for, Harry. As your color analyst, I got to catch the things that you might not be able to see.
Much appreciated,
Of course,
as
partner.
always.
There's also some action that I can see. Scotty Cato, the right-hander, warming up for the Stompers.
1-0 bounce, third, short hop. Heredia's got it. Throw over to the new first baseman. Shepler's in time. And Parker down on 2 pitches.
Wow, really nice backhand effort from Heredia over there. Played the short hop, effortless. Picked it, threw it, no problem.
Real tough play to the backhand side at the hot corner. Didn't get on him too hot, but still an awkward hop. He handled it well. So Cam Taylor now up with nobody on and 1 out. Crawdads leading it 2-1 in the bottom of the third after they scored twice in the bottom of the second. But Sonoma got one back in the third, excuse me. Taylor gave one a good ride the last time. His first pitch takes for a strike. A slider lands right there. But had a chance to ride one up and out to center. Just got a touch under it. It was a really nice swing, though. He's behind 0-1 on Max Mazinter into his third inning. Next pitch dips low and then taken for ball one.
So much power from Cam Taylor. Hit his first homer of the season back on Sunday. Tower shot to right center field on the pull side. He's been doing that a lot as a Crawdad.
1-1 to him. Fouled off the left side. Kind of just sliced at that one.
I remember last season against the San Luis Obispo Blues in the postseason, Taylor had a 2-run shot after the Blues had brought the game back to a 4-4 tie. Crawdads took the lead on a 2-run shot in the 6th for Taylor. Then later on, bases loaded, hit one off the top of the batter's eye.
Oof.
That went back into play. That was just a single instead of homer.
Next pitch, half swing. Doesn't matter. Called strike 3. 4th strikeout for Mazinter, the starter. He's got 2 looking, 2 swinging. So back-to-back outs. Has him working quickly through the third. But don't forget, last inning, that's how it got started for the Crawdads. 2 quick outs, including 1 strikeout. And they jumped on Mazinter.
That they did. Bull led off last inning, had a nice line drive into center field, but it was straight at Taylor. Not a whole lot he could do on the ball and play luck, but the swing looked good. Needs a repeat of that.
Took the first pitch last time. We'll see about this one. He swings and misses a breaking ball. Very vertical coming in and warrants the swing.
Yeah, that's a pitch that ends up middle that Bull would love to drive, just miss it with the bat.
Can't throw him that one again.
No.
Here's the 0-1 from Mazinter as he takes a breath and comes home. Fastball by Bull as well. He swings through.
That's how you get ahead of Bryden. I think the strategy, you go off speed, give him something juicy to look at. He swings, he's early on it. Then you give him a fastball, which he's late on. Now he doesn't know where his timing is.
Both have been middle. For a guy that didn't see a fastball the last time he played. 0-2 count. Breaking ball. Shot towards center, but out is the shortstop. Ayala, he's got it. Backpedaling for it, and that's out number 3. Soft liner completes a 1-2-3 for Mazinter in the third.
No Sonoma errors. No errors left on base. We're going to the top of the third for now. 2-1.
After 3 innings, Martinez's day is done. And Austin Bolello, the one to relieve him, has been pretty solid this season. Kind of a guy that we've seen in this role, the first out of the bullpen, second to pitch. And Martinez, 3 innings, didn't give up a hit, but gave up a run. It was earned. Walked 5 guys while striking out 6, so a bit of an up and down outing for him as Trent Keys, the lefty, be the first to greet the lefty Bolello, who dips into his windup and fires a breaking ball taken outside.
Yep.
Sweeping away from the lefty, just too far out.
Yep, just a little bit too far. But Bolello, a guy who came out right after Joey Lorenzini when the Crawdads went to San Luis Obispo. Only went 2/3 of an inning, though.
Next delivery is sliced towards left, over towards the line. It will push foul. That was nearly some trouble.
Yeah, nearly a dangerous extra base hit.
Placed about halfway between Kevin Parker, the third baseman, and Dylan Perez, the left fielder. But anyway, landing foul is now taking some time to get back to the box. Trent Keys laboring down the first base line. He made it about 2/3 of the way. 60 of the 90 feet, but he comes back in now and taps home plate, is ready to go. Bolello's 1-1, comes in. Keys waits on it, cues it down the third base line. It just kicks foul at the last second. Kind of was hugging that chalk line. And you got to look if that one will hit the base, and it didn't. Just the last second kicked to our left of it.
Didn't hit the base, kind of skipped over it, but then trailed foul before it crossed that final threshold of the third base bag.
So instead, strike 2. Kevin Parker had a good read on it the whole way.
Yeah.
Sort of watched it go. So Keys down 1-2. He's been off timing. 1-2 now. Shot out high to left. Perez immediately chasing back. This one carrying well. Perez reaching the glove out. He can't get it. Just kept sailing on him as Keys will pull into second. And the throw comes in late. That was a swing that looked like it didn't have much on it, but it ends up as a double for Keys.
Yeah, I mean, 68-mile-an-hour breaking ball from Bolello that Keys turns around and smacks 91 miles an hour off the bat into deep left. I mean, to me, it looked like a pop fly that Perez was going to have a nice time tracking down. Instead, like you said, Harry, just kept carrying and carrying and carrying, sailed over his head.
So now some danger for Bolello right away. The first hit of the day for Sonoma is an extra base hit. Keys on second with Jones now at the plate. And a big, slow breaking ball bends in for a strike. 65 miles an hour on the gun. Wow. If you're a hitter, that's tough to wait on. Your eyes get big. You really want to go after it. The 0-1 to the righty Jones. Another slow one, and he's way out in front of it. For strike 2, that's exactly what I'm talking about.
Yeah, it's just, you're not expecting it. It's hard to catch up to, but Bolello has to be careful. Last time against the San Luis Obispo Blues, he found some similar success spamming the curveball, and they ended up finally getting pieces of it, and it turned into damage.
No balls, 2 strikes. This one in the dirt, and it's a swing and a miss. Up with it, Copeland, after he bounces off his chest protector. To first it goes for out numbered 1, but the runner advances to third from second.
Second baseman, number 51, Misael Eripero.
So the first strikeout for Austin Bolello, first out recorded. But the drop third again does allow Keys to move up.
Yeah, that's a tough break for the Crawdads. They do get the out. That's the bottom line, but stuff just a little bit too filthy. That popped out of Copeland's glove, forces a throw to first, and Keys knows he can trot into third.
Now Uriapero as the corners come in. First pitch taken outside. Breaking ball going away from him. Easy take to start the at-bat. As, again, Kevin Parker kind of a few steps to where he would be playing over to his left and in on the cut of the grass. Taylor now creeps in a bit. At first, 1-0 falls off the table outside, taken for ball number 2.
Gotta be in the zone, though, if you're Bolello, especially against the lefties. You've got all the zone to work with. You had the extra deception with the platoon advantage. Got to fire in some strikes.
2-0, lefty versus lefty. Uriapero pulls one foul. on top of it, dribbled over.
Yep, that'll play.
That's the contact Bolello's looking for. Just wanting it in play, maybe the first base bag or the third base side to try and get the run at home. Here's the 2-1. Slow breaking ball waited on, hit the second. It'll get the run in, but Carlisle makes the long-ranging play to first and gets the second out. So the run chase is in. This game is now tied. And, I mean, it's just been very different ways that these two teams have scored runs. Crawdads 5 hits, triple and a homer. Back-to-back scored their 2 runs. Sonoma just 1 hit, but a lot of walks, taking advantage of wild pitches, have allowed them to score twice and tie this game.
Yeah, very different forms of baseball, but we're in a 2-2 deadlock, so it's worked out.
Pitch taken by the 9-hitter Ayala for a ball outside. One ball, no strikes, the delivery. Something a little harder, low and in, though, taken ball 2. Top of the 4th in this 2-2 tie we just talked about. 1 hit for Sonoma, 5 for the Crawdads. Neither team has made an error. 2-0 breaking ball taken in there for a strike. Just floating on in. It's like that Bugs Bunny pitch that just never gets to you.
Yeah, it's got really fantastic shape.
2-1. Another spinner. This one down low, taken for ball 3. I'm thinking of that Bugs Bunny one where he kind of throws it in slow motion and guys take 3 swings at it.
Oh, yeah, that one.
In one motion, essentially. 3-1 to Ayala, the 9-hitter. It's bounced to third on a tough hop. Gets under the glove of Parker, so it's into left field. Ayala thinking about second. He'll put on the brakes, though, after a long turn and head back. So a 3-1 base hit for the 9-hitter. Flips it back over to the top, where Chase Taylor's had success today. 2 walks and has scored a run. Took a tough hop. It'll actually go into the books as an error on Kevin Parker. And, I mean, that's just one that's really tough to swallow because it takes a real tough hop, like I said, off the lip of the grass. Kind of looks like it's going to come higher than it ends up coming.
Right. Yeah, I mean, for Parker Jr., that's a play that he's going to make 9 times out of 10. Just takes a weird hop on the dirt. And, you know, he had to kind of range over, attempt the backhand, but got to wonder if he's able to catch up to it a little bit quicker, get his body in front of it, probably able to make the play.
Saw his counterpart, Mateo Heredia, at third, make that play on Parker Jr. in the bottom of the third to start the inning. Did it nicely where he had kind of an in-between hop on the backhand and scooped it up well as Gabe Rojas, assistant coach, making a trip to the mound. He'll now head back after breaking it up on the infield. Talking with Bolello about how he'll attack the top of this order where Chase Taylor, as I mentioned again, 2 walks today in 2 tries, has scored a run.
Also notable, Paul Wheeler warming up for Walnut Creek.
It's been the guy this year for Walnut Creek, the lefty sinker slider. Now first pitch to Taylor is pulled hard on the ground, past the dive of Carlisle into right. Over to third, Ayala going as Aldridge picks it up and scoops it into the cutoff man, and so first to third goes Ayala on the base hit, and Bolello is now allowed back-to-back base runners.
Yep, looks like Stompers have done the right communication. They're catching up to what they're seeing from Bolello. Guess the bats probably had to slow down a little bit, just go for contact, and that's exactly what the last 2 guys did, Ayala and Taylor, finding ways aboard.
Should be 3 outs in the inning. The error by Parker Jr. against the 9-hitter Ayala has runners on the corners with 2 outs in a tie ball game. The pitch is taken by Heredia for a strike. And that curveball we've seen under 70 miles an hour, that one at 68. Heredia 2 strikeouts and 2 tries. 0-1 to him. Another soft breaking ball that can't find the outside, taken for ball 1.
Yeah, well outside there, but Coupland, nice attempt on the frame. I like it.
So a ball and a strike, we're even. Go ahead, run on third. Bolello's delivery on a slide step, taken for a strike, a slider that time. Hitting the inside. So 1-2, Bolello 1 pitch away from getting out of this one. In a tie ball game, though, one has come in. Here's the 1-2. Taken just down. Below the knees of Heredia. Nice take and a 2-strike count. Guy that has struck out twice, the only one in the lineup, though. The 5th place spot in the lineup has struck out twice. It was Sebastiani, then Schepler. Now another 2-2. Breaking ball can't find the back corner, or the back door, I should say. And it goes to 3-2.
Good pitch, didn't get a bite. Credit to Heredia for laying off, and Coupland nearly had the frame.
3-2, 2 outs. Runner on first and third. Chase Taylor on first will go. 3-2. Pitch taken right there for strike 3. Fastball freezes him, and Bolello dances out of the first and third 2-out jam and exits with this game tied 2-2. Crawdads have the 7, 8, 9 hitters coming up. Mentioned 7, 8, 9 due up for Walnut Creek. That's who got it done back in the 2-run second inning as the Crawdads back home to face Sonoma, but it's been some real difficult opponents they've faced lately. Of course, the South trip was winless, came up 0-3, and I mean, through all this, you see it's really been tough, but they still remain in first place. The Crawdads have done just enough to keep first place in the North after a couple of slow losses as well. And slow is really, no pun intended, kind of slowed down its form. But the Crawdads have taken advantage of it with timely wins when they've needed it. And, well, they need another one today.
Very much so.
Had a 2-run lead after the second, but back-to-back 1-run innings for Sonoma have this game knotted up at 2 apiece. Crawdads in the bottom of the 4th. How will they respond? It's Joe Coupland, Dylan Perez, and Elijah Ramos, righty, lefty, righty, to start things. And it was Perez and Ramos who are the offense for the Crawdads so far. 2-out triple for Perez, followed by the homer by Ramos in the second. Had it 2-0. Now 2-2, righty against righty. First pitch taken up and in. Joe Coupland, who struck out his first time.
Crawdads really would love to answer with some more runs here, Harry. The bottom of the order has been productive all season long, pretty much it feels like, or at least especially the last 2 weeks. They've gotten the job done.
1-0 to Coupland. Slider, gets the call, taken for a strike. Little outside, so goes to 1-1. Hunter Carlson, a nice frame job, snatching it back. Coupland awaits the 1-1. Here it comes. Waits on a slider, pulls it right to the third baseman, Heredia. Heredia, that was the most lax play you'll ever see.
Yeah.
Just kind of stood there like, thank you very much. Line drive right to him.
Very much, yeah. But good swing from Coupland. Hit, really ripped it. Just probably wished he elevated it a little bit more over Heredia's head. Then that could have trickled into the left field corner for a double.
A couple inches higher, maybe so. Maybe a couple feet. That's
Yeah.
the first pitch to Perez now in. He checks his swing, checked down to third. No, he didn't. It's a strike. So third base coach, or umpire rather, says yes, he did go around. Third base coach Brent Cummings said, no way. No way. Perez jumped on the first pitch last time, was ready to go here. That was where he hit his triple. Now 0-1 against the righty. Fastball taken outside for ball one. But as, by the way, extended his on-base streak, of course, with the triple. 25 total games, 24 in conference play.
Pretty crazy. He's been really great at finding any way at all to get aboard.
1-1 pitch. High in the air to right field, and in from right is Keys to call everybody off out there. He'll snatch it for out number 2, 2 quick outs on 6 pitches for Mazinter, who's looked pretty untouchable since the second inning.
Yeah, very much so. It's kind of locked in, really pitching into that soft contact, and the Crawdads have had trouble finding ways on base. This is not the response they were really hoping for offensively after the Stompers tied it up.
6 straight retired, but now the Stomper. Elijah Ramos homered his last time. First pitch he watches outside and low for ball number 1. With a 1-0 count, where he turned on a fastball and deposited it over the DeMarini advertisement sign out there in the center. Now another 1-0. This one he swings through.
Yeah, really nice outside fastball from Mazinter. Knows he's been able to get some chases from the right-handers against it, and that one was out of the zone.
Ball on a strike after the chase by Ramos. Mazinter exclusively from the stretch. Here he comes. Ramos drives one to center field, chasing Taylor back. He's to the track, and on the edge of it, he'll put it away for out number 3. So back-to-back 1, 2, 3 innings. Mazinter's really rolling after that bumpy second inning. 2 straight scoreless innings have this game still tied 2-2. Paul Wheeler enters the game for the 9th time this season. And while 3 of his last 4 outings have been against Sonoma, so he's very familiar with this team. Same as that, though. The batter is also familiar with him, perhaps, as now it's the 4th time in his last 5 outings that he'll face Sonoma. But he's been very effective. Clobbers Hunter Carlson on the rear end. So he's on for the 3rd time, yet without a hit.
Yeah, how about that on-base percentage for Hunter Carlson? It's going to keep climbing, but not the first pitch you're looking for Paul Wheeler. I love the idea going an inside sinker against the left-hander, try to jam him, get a strike called as well, but I think that one just left the hand too early.
His on-base open at 475. It might be up over 500 now.
Yeah, that's unbelievable.
So 2 walks and a hit by pitch have him rolling. Tino Vassell, another lefty, to meet Paul Wheeler, the electric lefty. Sinker slider guy. First pitch taken for a strike on the outer part of the plate. That one beautifully spotted after hitting the leadoff man of the inning, Carlson.
Yeah, very nice sinker from Wheeler right there. These 2 teammates, Vassell and Wheeler at USF.
0-1 pitch. Grounded over towards second. Carlisle back. Yeah, no, he can't get it. It's through to center. Just past the reach, and he knows he Could have had it. Gives himself a slap on the leg. So 2 runners on to start the inning.
Number 7, Anthony Shepler.
That's how Sonoma's done it so far. Is not on hits, not on hard hit balls. That one may be ruled as a hit. Yes, it got through the middle without a play by Carlisle. So it will be a hit. Just the 3rd hit of the day, but it's been a lot of weak contact, a couple of walks, wild pitches moving runners over, and strikes again. That ball left the bat softer than it came in. So it could have been a double play ball. Now brings up Anthony Shepler in a run-scoring spot. Hunter Carlson on second. Tino Vassell on first. Lefty versus lefty. Wheeler, the sidearm delivery is inside.
Missed with the slider in there, trying to get to clip the front door, but no luck on the break.
Guy who can get a double play ball just as he did last at bat. Shading over towards second is Ramos, the shortstop. Deep in the hole on the right side is Carlisle. Next pitch up and in. 2 sliders being left inside, goes to 2-0.
Got to find the strike zone if you're Paul Wheeler. Just 1 strike thrown, 2 of them technically with the single to Vassell. Other than that, he's been kind of struggling to find it.
Hitter's count for Shepler awaiting the 2-0. The pitch falls down low, taken once again, goes 3-0. And all of a sudden, 3 straight lefties, you think perfect scenes for Wheeler to come in danger of loading the bases with those 3 lefties. And Trent Keys, another lefty, stands on deck. 3 balls, no strikes. Pitch is taken for strike. Sinker pretty much center cut.
Yep.
That's what you got to do 3-0 as a pitcher. Trust that the batter's not going to go after it. But still in the driver's seat is Shepler, the lefty. Again, old school style, no gloves. Kind of like, reminds me of Joey Wendell. 3-1, bounces up and away from Coupland, hits high off the fence. So this ball's live, but he'll corral it before anything exciting can happen. So instead it's just bases loaded as Vassell goes up to second, Carlson goes to third, and Shepler's now on first.
This is the first time that Wheeler's really worked in a whole lot of base traffic this summer. He's been so good at limiting guys on. All of a sudden, the bases loaded jam, and Jeff Robertshaw is going to come out and have a chat with him.
Not the plan when
No.
you bring in Paul Wheeler. Sometimes it's very rare, yes, that he'll create his own mess. Sometimes he'll come in with runners inherited if he's coming in with maybe back-to-back lefties in a lineup, and he's been very good at inducing double play balls, inducing strikeouts, unproductive outs of all kinds. And right now, though, we'll see how he kind of manages to get out of a mess that he created himself.
In this scenario, you're probably okay with sacrificing 1 run if you can turn a double play on the ground here. But actually, the force is at home, so a ground ball likely means that you get the out at home. So that's the goal. Keep the ball on the ground. Let your defense get to it.
Tying run 90 feet away in a game in which Sonoma has taken advantage of extra 90s, wild pitches again, walks. Only 1 error in the field for Walnut Creek. It was last inning. They did not take advantage of that one, but it extended the 4th inning and drew more pitches out of Austin Bolello, who took the ball from the starter Martinez after 3 innings. Bolello went 1, gave up 2 hits, a run, 2 strikeouts. Paul Wheeler now in danger of this game becoming untied. Trent Keys trying to untie it. The tall lefty awaits. First pitch he goes after and fouls it straight into the ground.
That's the pitch you're looking for. If you're Paul Wheeler, keep it low in the zone. Make sure that these hitters are fouling it away.
So the corners are in. Parker Jr. at third, Taylor at first. Parker Jr. kind of in the hole as well a little bit towards his left. 0-1 to Keys. Bounced up towards the middle. Carlisle, no, it'll be Ramos to take it from short. Steps on second for 1. Over to first, just late. So run comes in, and over to third goes Vassell. Shepler at first is eliminated on the fielder's choice, but Keys reaches. So 1 out and 1 run in.
Well, you're in a tough spot, and that's the exact hit you want for Keys. Bounce it over the head of the pitcher, Wheeler. Make sure you at least get 1 run across, and you're lucky enough that only 1 out on the fielder's choice, too.
Crawdads defense was willing to give up 2 runs or 2 outs for a run as this one shot fell. And when you're playing like that with nobody out, game tied, bases loaded, where the middle of the infield's back to turn a double play and the corners are in to get the out at home, it tells the other team that you're confident your offense will get a run back. But now, just trying to hold it to 1. Pitch comes in, down and in, taken for a ball, evens at 1-1. But that's what that says to me, is this is a Crawdad coaching staff that knows what this offense is capable of, and an offense as well that knows what it can do. But now they are trailing on the board. 3-2, Sonoma leads, 1-1 pitch outside. Michael Jones working a nice at-bat after striking out against Austin Bolello last inning.
Yeah, just staying patient, keeping the bat on the shoulder and forcing Wheeler to work.
Keys on first, Vassell on third, 1 down, and a 3-2 Sonoma lead. Next one is flared out towards right, racing back to his left. Carlisle's got it. Runner at third stays put. Nice play on the run by Lucas Carlisle.
Very much so. That looked like could have been danger off the bat, just shortly shot into shallow right. Aldridge would have had to make a really long run, but ball kept floating as it got to the outfield, which allowed Carlisle to get under it and make the play. Crawdads catch a break.
So a chance to get out of this inning with just one in guard. 0-1, runner bluffs a go, taken for a strike. No balls, 2 strikes. Wheeler a chance to really limit the damage. 0-2 count to the compact lefty. The pitch taken off the outside in the dirt. Pulled the fastball, the sinker just a little too hard. Released too late, but now 1-2 still ahead is Wheeler. He's got a couple of balls to work with. 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Gets the strikeout. And Paul Wheeler, after starting the inning with the bases loaded, gets 3 straight outs and limits the damage to 1. But the Crawdads now trail 3-2. They'll remain in first, regardless of the outcome of this game. But to take you the rest of the way, my partner, Charlie Limoncelli.
Back for the bottom of the 5th here on the Crawdad Streaming Network. Top of the order, due up Aldridge, Carlisle, and Ellis, with the Scotty Cato, the right-hander for the Stompers, to relieve Max Mazinter. Went 4 innings, 5 hits, 2 runs, both earned, 1 walk, and 4 strikeouts. Cato, the righty, kicks and deals. Fastball down the middle, strike 1 on Aldridge. Shane Aldridge, a guy who's 1 for 2 today, struck out in the first, singled in the second. Cato enters this appearance 8.22 ERA in 7 appearances. 0-1. Aldridge takes off speed at the knees. Strike 2.
Real nice vertical curveball. It's a hammer. I mean, that curve and a lively fastball spin-wise. Kato gonna have a lot of vertical break. Both those pitches.
0-2 delivery. Bounces in front of home plate, and Aldridge checked his swing.
And that tells you how good that pitch is. I mean, it bounced 3-5 feet in front of home plate, and Aldridge thought about it. And also with that, how well it plays off of the fastball. Spinning on the same axis, just opposite directions. The fastball with the backspin, curveball with the topspin. So it kind of looks the same, but if you see it wrong out of the hand, you could be in trouble. Aldridge, nice job to be able to pull it back, but man.
It's currently a 3-2 lead for the Stompers. They've gotten 1 run in each of the last 3 innings. The Crawdads plated 2 in the bottom of the second, haven't scored since then. No hits as well. They've gone down 6 down. 1-2, Aldridge off the end of his bat, into left field. Jones tracking it down towards the line, makes the catch.
Crawdads have jumped on this season. So looking for the same now. Not the best start, but still time, of course.
First pitch to Carlisle, flared in the air to right field. Keys towards the right field line, makes the catch on 1 pitch. Last 9 batters for Walnut Creek have been retired, dating back to the end of the second inning, where Ellis struck out looking. 2 outs, no one on in the bottom of the 5th. Cato trying to be the shutdown guy out of the bullpen. Struggled to do that this year. Those 7 2/3 pitched entering this contest. 12 hits, 8 runs, 7 earned. But limits walks. Just 1 walk to 8 strikeouts this season. Now he'll face Ellis, who's 0 for 1. First pitch to the lefty, upstairs.
And he is, in fact, an arm that the Crawdads haven't seen yet this season. Stompers have had to throw a lot of guys against the Crawdads since they've put up a lot of runs in most occasions, so have to go deep into the bullpen.
1-0, Ellis takes a fastball that's low. Favorable count for the Crawdad designated hitter Ellis. One of 8 CCL All-Star selections in 2026. Cato, keep the bats quiet for Walnut Creek. 2-0. Fastball fouled back.
Dropped the head a bit too low. You want to drop it to try and lift the ball, and he did, but just getting under. That's why that low away pitch is so effective in so many ways. You have to get the barrel down to get it, but it's so hard to square it up. You see guys routinely pop it up.
2-1 to Ellis, a breaking ball that misses at his knees. Curved way far inside.
Because you usually think of high pitches as ones that'll lead to pop-ups, lead to getting under it, but again, that low and away. Good for the ground out, good for the pop-out.
See what Cato goes to here. 3-1. Fastball high and tight. Ellis ducks out of the way and works a walk. 2 down. And a base runner at first. Kevin Parker Jr. comes up to bat. Singled in the first, then grounded out to third base in the 3rd inning.
Crawdads have kind of just been getting behind the 8 ball today. Each inning has started with the first 2 batters going down. Thankfully, in the second, we're able to work together a rally and score 2, but it's not a formula conducive to scoring, and we've seen that in the last 2 innings now.
First pitch to Parker Jr. fouled back slightly towards the first base side. But you're absolutely right, Harry. Hitting into outs at the beginnings of innings. Not really going to help you offensively, especially after a day yesterday where Walnut Creek was just getting on board as early as they possibly could. Cato, the 0-1 breaking ball. Popped up, middle infield. Ayala at short, camps under it, and he puts it away. The Crawdads send up 4 batters. 3 of them get retired. We'll take a break. Top of the 6th after this. Ayala 0 for 2. Reached on an error in the fourth. First pitch to the righty, up and away. 1-0 to the Stompers shortstop, who also recorded the last out in the inning as Parker Jr. popped out to him. 1-0. Wheeler hits the slider at the knees. Strike number 1. Ayala, two-lane guy, much like the starter today for the Stompers, Max Mazinter. Ayala, 160 hitter in 25 games this summer. 1-1 to him. Backdoor slider for a strike.
That's where he'll want to live against the righties. Outer part of the plate, tailing away with the sinker. Might have even taken something off a bit. Change up, perhaps. Just the two-seamer.
1-2. Hot chopper to third. Parker Jr. charges in, takes his time, throws across for the out. So for the first time in Paul Wheeler's outing today, has gotten the first guy he's faced in an inning out. Lineup does flip over. Chase Taylor, the left-hander. Last time Taylor singled in the fourth, 2 walks, 1 in the first and the third previous to that. Taylor, more of a traditional leadoff guy. First pitch he sees ripped down the right field line, hooks foul.
He was ready to pull something there. He has an open stance, but stepped out at that one and saw it on the inside, just way out in front. So a bit too ready for that pitch. But if you look at what the top of the order has done today, top 3, it's kind of funny. 6 times on base.
4 of them via the walk.
Thanks to Taylor and Carlson, then 3 strikeouts for Mateo Heredia.
0-1. Off speed, top of the zone. 1 ball and 1 strike. Taylor, 23 walks entering this game in 26 played for the Stompers. Brought his on base up to 402. 1-1. Wave and a miss. Out in front of the slider.
And conversely, the last at bat against the righty, that's where he'll want to live against the lefties. Hard inside and breaking the slider out away.
1-2 from Wheeler. Fastball popped up behind home plate. Clisby in the game defensively for Walnut Creek. And it drops in front of him. He tried to run it down, but ball kind of spun weirdly.
Real tough play to make. As a catcher, you want to track it back, hop out of the squat, throw the mask off, find it up there. It's a lot that goes into what seems like a very quick operation. You kind of got to get to the spot and then backtrack because the ball will naturally start to float back with the spin of it, resisting the air, pushing away.
Wheeler and Clisby agree to this sign. Left-hander comes set from the third base side of the rubber. 1-2. Taylor takes outer third fastball. Strike 3 called. 2 Ks on the day for Paul Wheeler. Now up to 10 on the day, the Crawdad pitching staff is. 2 outs, no one on for Mateo Heredia, the third baseman.
Finally gets Chase Taylor down, too. Crawdads needed to see that leadoff. Not on first base.
Very much so. It's helped in this inning. Heredia over 3 with 3 strikeouts. He's got a sombrero. First pitch to him, tapped back to Wheeler at the mound. Underhand toss to Taylor at first for the out. 1-2-3. Paul Wheeler gives the Stompers the claw, and trailing 1 gives his offense a chance to get the lead back after this. Coming up in our post-game show, today's player of the game brought to you by Worth Group Restaurants, a local collection of East Bay restaurants owned and operated by Rodney Worth, including the Peasant and the Pear in Danville, the Bourbon Pear in Livermore, and the Golden Pear in Walnut Creek. Worth Group Restaurants, an official partner of the Walnut Creek Crawdads. Bottom of the sixth, Harry. Stompers are up 3-2 over the Crawdads at home here at Monte Vista High School in Danville. Crawdads went scoreless in the bottom of the fifth. Stompers scoreless in the top of the sixth, but 3 runs, 1 each in the third, fourth, and fifth for Sonoma. 2 runs in the second for Walnut Creek. In any case, it brings up Cam Taylor, Bryden Bull, and Brandon Clisby to face Scotty Cato.
It's where you start to need some offense. You've been silent for 4 straight innings, and yesterday, again, the offense really fell asleep after the third. It's been just lack of consistency, lack of momentum, our top 2 keys of the game today, and it's coming to bite the Crawdads again.
First pitch to Taylor, looping, breaking ball away. Taylor's 0 for 2, a fly out to center field and a strikeout in the third, but he's been swinging a really hot bat, Harry. 3 straight 2-hit games for Taylor has brought his average up from 100 to 250. The 1-0 misses inside.
Crawdads desperately need a leadoff base runner. Again, they've started all 4 innings, all 5 innings rather, with the first 2 batters going down. That just can't happen. It's not, you're not going to score runs that way.
2-0 delivery. Fastball that misses low. 3-0 to Taylor, a guy who's no stranger to working walks.
And I was about to say, you need to see this right now. You need to see the Crawdads work some longer at-bats, take a walk if they will, because they've been just going after pitches that are too early in the count, that are too good to go after when it's that early. You know, spotted low and away, things like that. And it's been weak contact, so Taylor, a walk here would be huge.
3-0 from Cato. Fires a fastball in at the knees. It's called a strike to Taylor. Still a hitter-friendly count to the Crawdad first baseman. Taylor hit his first long ball of the season in Sunday against Alameda. 3-1. Takes a hack and fouls it into the Crawdad dugout. Now the count full.
And that's just the kind of exact pitch you can't go after. Low and in, certainly not a strike, but Taylor always going to be pretty aggressive if he sees something he likes, especially low and in, likes to go for it. Now 3-2, though, still a potential challenge pitch count.
Cato kicks and deals. The payoff. Tapped foul again towards first. Still 3-2 to Cam Taylor from Atlanta. Second-year Crawdad. Ultimately, his average sat at 252 last year with a 726 OPS. Already nearing those numbers yet again here in 11 games of 2026. 3-2 is inside. Taylor works a leadoff walk.
Hallelujah. Streak is over. Second walk of the day for the Dads, and starting to walk a bit more against Cato. Didn't walk at all against Mazinter, the starter, through his 4 innings of nice work. So they've got to continue to take at-bats like Cam Taylor just did. He just provided the blueprint.
No out runner at first for Bryden Bull. 0 for 2. A fly out to center field and a line out to shortstop. Big left-hander's been swinging it well today. First pitch to him in the dirt. Right-hander Cato missed with a changeup there. And Bull's a guy who loves the off-speed pitch, Harry, especially on that outer third of his long left-handed swing.
Yep, likes to see it deep and get the hands extended.
1-0. Taylor goes. Bull takes no throw from Carlson. So Cam Taylor, first stolen base of the day. Count does go to 1-1 on Bull.
It's a big base. This game now, a lot of ways you can even try and manufacture this run if you're head coach Brent Cummings and the Crawdads, but he likes to let his guys swing. A lot of ways it can still score.
1-1 to Bull. Ripped on the left side of the infield into Ayala's glove, and he bobbled it, picked it up again. No throw to Taylor at third. Bull reaches first safely. The question is, hit or an error? I'm getting conflicting reports from the gentleman next to me. We'll see what the official score is.
There's a long run to his left, or to his right, to the backhand side, that's for sure. Though a play that could have been made by Ayala and maybe could have flipped to third since Taylor was running on the ground, but regardless, whatever it is, Crawdads will take it.
They will give Bull the single officially. So runners on the corners for Brandon Clisby. Clisby, a very high contact kind of guy, Harry. Has brought his average up to .304 on the season in 14 games this summer for the Crawdads. And of those 14 hits he's got, only 2 of them for extra bases.
Ground ball, low liner type of guy, and he's been finding the gaps on the infield so far. Even a double play here brings in a run and ties the ball game. If you're the Crawdads, you'll take it. So good outlook for Clisby.
Cato out of the stretch, in trouble. First pitch to Clisby, lined into left field. Base hit, scores Taylor. It's exactly what you called, Harry. Line drive single for Clisby, and we're tied at 3.
There you go. You get the low liner right through the gap. I said they would take a double play if it ended up going that way, but even more so, the single to drive in the run, keep just 2 on, nobody out. Even better, tie this game up in a big way.
Mike Nunez, the pitching coach, trotting out from the Stomper bullpen to have a chat with Cato. Still in trouble. First and second, Bull at second, Clisby at first for Dylan Perez, who had a big triple in the second. Smoked that ball that missed a home run by maybe 2 feet.
Gave a good ride. Really turned around the first pitch he saw. Now head coach Brent Cummings over from third, kind of going to have a offensive meeting with him. Maybe something that Cummings saw from the delivery of Cato, or perhaps just saying, you know, be patient here.
Perhaps
Right,
so.
Hasn't been in the zone too much. Clisby went after the first one he saw today, and it worked out well. But again, Crawdads have to work on, if they want to sort of stay in control in this game, work on just taking longer at bats, slowing down the game with their at bats, and taking a few pitches.
So here's Perez. This has been kind of the recipe for success for the Crawdads against the Stompers, Harry, is you got to just survive the starter and then attack the bullpen.
Absolutely.
Starting to get that going here against Cato, who had a very nice first inning of work in the 5th. Saw 4, retired 3. In any case, 2 on, no one out for Perez. First pitch to the lefty. Hit in the air, foul over the third base side. Perez has now been on base in 24 straight games of CCL play for Walnut Creek. But entering today's contest, his average at 193. On base, though, 333. 0-1 to him. Slow breaking ball that misses.
Sharp late break. It's one you kind of just got to see at the top of its vertex and drop the barrel a bit lower than you might expect.
1-1 to Perez. Fouled back. Cato challenged him with the fastball. Count goes to 1-2. Elijah Ramos, the stopper on deck. Homered earlier today that brought in 2. Battery meeting between Carlson and Cato here. Now it's over.
Yeah, but the Stompers don't want, they want anyone else but Elijah Ramos to be on deck in any situation, but even, especially this one. I mean, again, 7 runs driven in against Sonoma this season in the 5th game against them. 8 for 19 with a homer, couple doubles.
1-2 to Perez, breaking ball outside.
Just not getting on top and finishing the curveball. Leaving it up, leaving it outside. A mark that he's perhaps releasing it too early, just slipping out of the grip a bit. This foul ball I caught earlier. The ball is a little slippery, I noticed.
Even with the mud. 2-2, Perez takes a fastball away. Count is full. Scotty Cato trying to make some adjustments. 2 runners aboard with no one out. Bottom of the 6th, we're now tied. Courtesy of the Brandon Clisby RBI single last at bat.
Even more, these baseballs get coated with a layer of the dry dust, and that makes it really slick.
3-2. Perez rips it deep center field. Taylor to the track, leaps up, misses his glove. Extra bases for Dylan Perez. Bull gets the wave. He'll head in to score from third. Clisby stops at third base. RBI double. Dylan Perez takes the lead for Walnut Creek. 4-3.
All day, Perez has just sought out his pitch, and when he's got it, he has drilled it. Even the fly out last at bat, he got a good piece of it, pulled it to the pole side after the triple his first time up, and wow, 2 smoked line drives for extra base hits. Dylan Perez is riding a hot swing today and has given the Crawdads the lead in a huge way.
99 miles an hour off of Perez's bat. Zach Pace out for a pitching change. We'll take a break here on the Crawdads Streaming Network. When we come back, the 6th inning continues. Welcome back. The bottom of the sixth continues. Nobody out. And it's Brandon Clisby at third, Dylan Pettis at second following his RBI double and Clisby's RBI single before that to make it a 4-3 game for Walnut Creek. Scotty Cato's day is done, and Brady Rutan, the El Dorado Hills, California native, comes up to pitch for Sonoma. Also a graduate of Oak Ridge High School, just like the man speaking to you right now.
Oh, sweet.
But Rutan graduated 2 years earlier than I did, 2021 class. I'm class of 23. Anyways, just the second appearance this season for Rutan. Has went 1 inning with 1 strikeout, 3 batters faced against the Philippine baseball group back on July 10th. So manager Zach Pace for the Stompers looking for some consistency out of the right-hander, trying to quiet the very hot Crawdad bats right now, Harry.
Hopefully to stay hot. It's a bullpen they've attacked very, very well all season long. Hadn't seen Cato yet, so took an inning. He faced 4 batters his first time through, but then they sort of picked him up. This inning, 4 straight on, 3 straight hits after the leadoff walk and 2 runs in already. So nice to see the Crawdads see some balls land, some hard hit contact. And it's kind of the time that they have to extend this momentum, extend the lead.
Very much so. Rutan will face Elijah Ramos to start things off. Ramos 1 for 2, a homer in the second, a deep blast into left center field. After that, a deep fly out to center field that was about 5 feet away from being another home run. Either way, 2 RBI chance for Ramos, who already has 16 ribbies this season. Just a guy that puts the ball in play. Rutan kicks and delivers, a breaking ball that spins out of the strike zone. Check swing, Ramos did not go, the appeal says. But man, that ball moved like crazy, like a frisbee, Harry.
Big time horizontal movement on the breaker. Tough for righties. Looking for a ground ball, trying to get something off the end of Ramos's bat, perhaps out in front.
Righty steps back, kicks and deals. 1-0 fastball hit on the ground to third. Heredia collects, throws across the diamond. They get Ramos at first. Runners will stay put. Now just 1 out, bottom of the sixth.
Well, and he gets the exact result. Soft hit on the ground to the pull side, though. He got that one more in on the hands and just kind of jammed him up. And still out in front of it was Ramos, but that's a big-time result for Rutan.
1 out, the entire infield playing in. Outfield straight away against Shane Aldridge. Top of the order for Walnut Creek. Aldridge 1 for 3. Strikeout, single, and a fly out to left. First pitch to him, inside fastball, swing and a miss. 0-1 to Aldridge. Brady Rutan, 6 foot, 290-pounder from UC Riverside. He's appeared in just 2 games over the last 2 seasons there after some time at Sacramento City College. 0-1. Aldridge takes upstairs and away. 1-1, and the Crawdads are 15-3 in games where Aldridge reaches base at least once. He's already done so today on a single in the second. Aldridge also a guy that rarely strikes out. 7.1 strikeout percentage since June 17th. 1-1, he takes inside, ball 2. Rutan kind of a very pale green, almost bright teal kind of glove over there at the mound.
He and Aldridge are matching.
Yeah, Aldridge's batting gloves actually quite literally match the glove of the Stomper right-hander.
I think of it as kind of mint chip ice cream.
That's a perfect descriptor, I'd say. 2-1. Aldridge takes a hack. The breaking ball just falls out of the zone.
It's a cool color. Kind of works with whatever color you match it up with. Black and red, gray, navy, and orange.
I think it works a little bit better with the navy and orange of the Stompers than the red and black of the Crawdads.
A little bit, yeah.
2-2 to Aldridge. Clisby at third, Pettis at second. Infield still in. Rutan comes home. Fastball high and away. Full count. Runners likely moving on anything in the air. Or at least will attempt to tag. Crawdads lead by 1. They've added 2 already in the bottom of the 6th. Looking for more. Payoff to Aldridge. Tapped foul behind home plate. Just stays alive on the breaking ball. Shane does.
And I haven't noticed last couple at bats with runners on third, so maybe not super notable, but now Rutan going from the windup with the runner on third, inherited the second and third situation, so I didn't notice the last at bat. Not sure if he switched, but more comfortable out of the windup, you'd have to assume.
Going for the comfort spot. 3-2 to Aldridge. Out in front, wave and a miss. Aldridge down swinging for the second time today. 2 outs, still a 2 RBI chance for Lucas Carlisle in the bottom of the 6th.
I just had no idea what he saw. He reached the bat out, sort of just flopped it over the plate. Tough ending to a good at bat, but working a lot of pitches out of Rutan. Just when you're in a run scoring situation, fewer than 2 outs, sometimes you get into swing mode, even in a 3-ball count.
So Rutan has come in and gotten 2 outs in replacement of Cato. Now he'll face the righty Carlisle. First pitch, breaking ball sits knee high. Stompers right-hander so far has done exactly the job he was asked. He's held the base runners and got a pair of outs. Carlisle's 1 for 3, singled in the second after Aldridge. Also a ground out and a fly out to center. Home plate umpire calls time.
Oh,
And it looks like Hunter Carlson's got a cramp.
Cramped up. Hot day, or Danville down to 86. First pitch was 91. But it's the type of day where that might happen. He doesn't have the knee savers on the catcher's gear. That sort of alleviates the stress of the hamstring.
I remember trying those for the first time in Little League, and I'm like, wow, this is the best invention on planet
Greatest
Earth.
feeling ever.
So much pressure off the knees. You don't really feel it so much in the hamstrings. So Carlson electing to go without, and he's in the squat too. Really doesn't.
Yeah. It's like sitting back in one of these chairs that we've got here.
Yeah, exactly.
In the broadcast booth.
Now 1 knee down for Carlson. 0-1 to Carlisle. Fastball grounded over to third. Heredia collects, takes his time. The throw across the diamond, skips in the dirt, but Scheffler picks it anyway.
Whew.
That's the final out. The Crawdads strand 2, but not before they add 2 and take the lead 4-3 heading to the 7th. Crawdads called to the bullpen. Paul Wheeler's day is done after 2 innings, 1 hit, 1 run, 1 walk, and 2 strikeouts. The right-hander, Cody Perry from Claremont McKenna, gets the call, making his 5th appearance of the 2026 season. But Cody Perry, his last time out against the Arroyo Seco Saints, became the 5th Crawdad ever to reach 50 or more strikeouts. Needs 2 more to tie Carson Yassa for the 4th most ever, and 10 to tie Braden Barnes for the most ever.
Wow, and Yassa On
Just
to the
drafted.
Cubs. Just
Yeah.
drafted, what, third round?
I believe so. Third or
He's a
fourth.
supremely talented pitcher. Got to call him in a game at Oregon this year. He pitched for Nebraska. He had, I think, his worst game of the season, but otherwise an outstanding season for Yasa.
Here's Hunter Carlson. First pitch from Perry to him. Breaking ball well outside. Carlson's been aboard 3 times today, Harry. 2 walks and a hit by pitch. So that on-base percentage already 470 entering this game. Creeping up even more. Probably over 500 by now. 1-0. Inner third breaking ball. Strike 1.
So it'll give you the hard breaker. Shoots inside to lefties, away from righties. Throw it in any count, as he's done already.
1-1 to the lefty catcher. A fastball high and away. Favorable 2-1 to Carlson. Cody Perry on the mound. He's going for his 5th year in the NCAA. Spent 3 at CMS. 2-1 breaking ball at the knees. Strike 2. And that's what you get from Cody Perry. Fastball's going to sit high 80s, low 90s, and then breaks off a 78-mile-an-hour curveball. Righty kicks and deals 2-2. Fastball just outside. Full count to Carlson. Crawdads took the lead in the last half inning. 2 runs on 3 hits. Trying to maintain it. So they go to Perry, one of their best. 3-2. Carlson hits it off the inner part of his bat. Behind home plate, it's popped foul. To Clisby making the catch. He does. First out is a P2 for Cody Perry. Up comes Tino Vassell.
And there's the adjustment from Clisby. He had a chance earlier, right at the start of his outing, defensively behind home plate. Just missed one that was a little closer to the backstop here, but that one, chance to get redemption, and he did. Right up the chute, puts it away perfectly with the 2-hand squeeze.
Vassell from the left side, designated hitter is 1 for 2. A single, a walk, and a pop out. First pitch to him, called a strike. Working quickly, 0-1. Breaking ball that bounces in front of Vassell and Clisby. 1-1, 76-mile-an-hour curveball. Perry will at least go 1 inning, perhaps 2, depending on how the Crawdad coaching staff wants to play it. 1-1 here, fouled away. One and 2 to Vassell. 4 homers on the season Vassell has, one of them against the Crawdads back in June. 1-2 heater upstairs and well away. Perry, glove to his face. Now the 2-2, breaking ball, sits at the knees, called strike 3. 51 career strikeouts for Cody Perry, his first today.
Window shopper. Gonna buy anything? Nope. Just looking. Too good for Tino Vassell.
Yeah,
Throws him.
nasty. 75 miles an hour on the outer third. Third straight lefty, it's the first baseman, Shepler. He swings and misses at another curveball low.
It's funny because against the lefty Wheeler, these 3 lefties had their most success today. But against Perry, the starter Martinez as well, the 2 righties that they've faced, nothing doing so far.
Crawdad pitching staff. It's been effective today, 0-1. Off speed and outside.
Really just a few walks against these 2 has been the damage. 3 walks against Martinez shared among these 3. 3, 4, 5 hitters.
1-1 pitch to Shepler's in the dirt. 2 balls and 1 strike. Crawdads with 6 walks on the day to now 11 strikeouts. After yesterday, they were about even. I believe it was 11 and 11 walks and strikeouts against the Menlo Park Legends. Shepler's up 2-1, pinch hit for Sebastiani in the 3rd inning. Stompers had a chance to score. He misses on the wave there. Another breaking ball gets him to bite. Struck out in that pinch hit appearance back against Martinez, and then walked in the 5th. So Shepler 0 for 1. Perry, 2-2. Fastball low. Full count.
Off the changeup, set up the change in speeds to the fastball. Pulled it a bit too hard. Overgripped just a tad.
Payoff from Perry.
See ya.
Strike 3 called, and Cody Perry ties Carson Yassa for the 4th most strikeouts ever as a Crawdad, 52. He has 2 of them looking at the top of the 7th. We'll take a break. Bottom half, Crawdads already leading, trying to add some more. Bottom of the 4th here in 2026. The Crawdads have featured some late game power against the Sonoma Stompers. Last 3 innings against the Stompers, Crawdads are averaging 4 runs through 5 games. Crawdads are 4-1 against their rival, the Stompers. Right now, they still lead, trying to tack on some more. Ellis, Parker Jr., and Taylor, 2 lefties and a righty, to face Jaden Ramos, the new pitcher from Elk Grove, California, not far from where Brady Rutan grew up in El Dorado Hills, the previous pitcher for the Stompers. Just 1 inning, faced 3 batters, got 2 groundouts and a strikeout. Got out of the jam that Scotty Cato hit into. Ellis is 0 for 1, 2 walks and a strikeout. First pitch from Ramos to him. Hits off of his elbow guard. No, check swing off the knob of his bat, so it's 0-1 to Ellis. It's just a fastball well inside. Rose up to meet the bat.
Those are the ones where you're sure that it didn't hit him because Ellis had no argument. The fact that it hit the knob of the bat, otherwise he'd be writhing in pain.
Ramos shakes off 2 calls from Carlson. Finally agrees here. Turns, kicks, and deals. 0-1 off speed in the dirt.
Some guys, even if they know it's off the knob too, will start shaking the hand. Oh, it got me. Trying to earn an extra 90. Save that for the soccer field.
Yeah, I like that. Hell, it's a guy with a little too much integrity for that.
Exactly.
1-1.
That one.
This time it hit him in the square of the shoulder, and that one stung.
Yeah, no question. That one square on the front top part of the arm.
Yeah, not a pretty one. As just left Ramos' hand well early. Now Carlson's going to have a chat with him. But Jaden Ramos, 6th appearance this summer. He's gone 5 2/3 innings, 7.94 ERA in that time. 6 strikeouts to 1 walk. That's his first hit batter of the summer. In any case, Kevin Parker Jr. to the dish for Walnut Creek. 1 for 3 with a single in the first. Now the 2nd straight inning that the Crawdads have had a leadoff base runner aboard. That had not happened in this game up until the bottom of the 6th for the Dads.
Fared very well that inning, so it's been a recipe for success.
First pitch to KPJ. Fastball too far upstairs. 1-0 to the Brentwood native. Parker Jr. 14 stolen bases this season for Walnut Creek. His speed, it leads the team. Also a power threat. 5 doubles, a triple, and 2 bombs. 1-0, off speed and outside. Parker Jr. ahead with Ellis at first. Ramos trying to find the strike zone. It's been the problem spot for the Stomper bullpen. 2-0. Parker Jr. lifts it in the air behind home plate. It's a pop-up. Carlson calls for it. Now tracking backwards, reaches out, just gets it. Similar play to Clisby last half inning.
Really troubled them up there today. Maybe wind swirling a bit up there, causing for a little extra push back towards the field and play, but both able to deal with it for the most part. Drifting back on them at the last second, no problem. A little bit of problem, not too much though.
Carlson ultimately able to glove it. Now it's Cam Taylor up. 0 for 2, walked his last time. That led off the 6th. He later scored on the Clisby RBI single. First pitch from Ramos, fastball upstairs, gets past Carlson's glove. Ellis will advance on the wild pitch. 1-0 to Taylor, and the double play possibility wiped out.
The first time the Crawdads have benefited from a wild pitch today. They've had a few on the pitching side of things that spiraled the 3rd and 4th innings out of control a bit, but they were able to limit it to just 1 run apiece in those innings. So now a chance for the Dads lineup to take advantage.
Hard hitting Taylor. Chance to add some more for Walnut Creek. RBI chance as Ellis is at second. 1-0. Hard ground ball over to second. Yuri Perro, trouble with it on the glove side, and he's not going to pick it up or make a throw. Cam Taylor safe on the E4. Ellis moves to third. Runners on the corners. No one out for Bryden Bull.
Pretty rare error you'll see from Yuri Perro. He's got a guy that handles the glove pretty well. Not able to come up with that one, and really wasn't the most difficult play either. It's a ball that didn't really take a tough hop, and it's been a rough summer for him. He handles the glove well. Youngstown State did well in the spring this year, but that's his 7th error on the season. Tied for 2nd most on the team, so.
Here's Bull. Last time up, hit a single. He's 1 for 3 and takes a fastball away.
It's not where he or this defense wants to be. That said, they've made 1 error now. One of our keys to the game, take advantage of Sonoma errors. There have been, again, only the 1, which is unusual. Crawdads have seen a lot.
Ellis bluffs a run at third. 1-1 inside the Bull, gets away from Carlson. Ellis running in home. He'll be in without a slide. Wild pitch scores another. 5-3. Walnut Creek on top. Cam Taylor also moves to second. Obviously a ball at the dish, so it's 2-0 to Bryden Bull. RBI chance from the young man at Ole Miss. They actually are going to give Cam Taylor a single on that. So no longer an E4. Taylor picks up his first hit of the day. Bull, 2-0, crushed deep right center field. Going back, goodbye! You mess with the Bull, you get the horns. Bryden Bull, his 5th of the season, makes it 8-3 Walnut Creek in the bottom of the 7th.
That's the 5th home run of the season.
And he's been waiting to feel that type of swing again. Now twice today on the base hit earlier. Was pretty hard hit, the base hit to the other way last at bat, but this one just turned on and cranked. That's the type of line drive you want to see. It just keeps riding up. And now Crawdads with a big lead.
7-3 the lead for Walnut Creek. A 2-run blast for Bull. And no one out in this inning. Here comes Brandon Clisby. Singled and drove in a run his last time up. First pitch to Clisby. Ramos misses outside with the fastball.
So if you go back to the originally what we thought was the E4 on Uriapero, every single party is pleased with that outcome because Taylor gets a hit, Uriapero an error off the board.
1-0 to Clisby. Outside. So 2-0, but Harry, how about a couple of home run stats for you? 98 miles an hour off of Bull's bat, 24-degree launch angle, 364 feet into right center. Fastball on the outer third, called a strike this time to Clisby.
Yeah, it was a shot, and I was going to say to finish that point, now since it got changed to a single, almost,
Yeah, earned run.
again, everybody happy except for the man on the mound, Jaden Ramos.
Yeah,
Gets the earned run.
ERA is going to keep ballooning. 2-1, Clisby lifts it in the air, but it is shallow towards first base. Over is Shepler to make the catch toward the Crawdad bullpen. He gets it. Finally, the first out of the inning for the Sonoma defense. Second out, pardon me, Parker Jr. popped out. Scoreboard out there in left field confused me.
No worries, I got you.
Thank you, Harry. Appreciate the signal.
Neither of them in fair play, though. Both foul outs. One behind the plate, one over towards first base. So kind of unconventional outs. Might slip the mind. Here's a guy who's been hot.
Very much so. Dylan Pettis, 2 for 2, a triple and a double. First pitch to him high and tight.
Might be taking home player of the game. He's made his case so far.
Very much so.
Chance to build on it.
Single and a homer shy of the cycle as well. He's already accomplished the hardest part, the triple. 2-0. Another fastball upstairs and in.
Yeah, we'll see if he gets another at bat, and what likely will just be one more inning for the Crawdads offense. Up 4 here. But a single or a homer here, yeah, it keeps the hope alive.
No one on. 2 outs. 2-0 to Pettis, bottom 7. And that pitch from Ramos misses low at his feet. Hitter friendly. 7-3 lead for the Crawdads. Added 2 more this inning, courtesy of Bryden Bull in that solo blast. 3-0. Pettis works a walk. That fastball not close. 2-out walk brings up Ramos. 1 for 3 with a homer. Ball is flying at Monte Vista, and now, Harry, also something we haven't quite mentioned yet. The Crawdads just 1 home run behind Sonoma for the CCL lead with 23.
Sure are, and it was a game where we expected some fireworks. Top 2 teams in the CCL home run-wise, and the hottest day we've seen at Monte Vista this year, so it's delivered, at least for the Crawdads.
First pitch to Ramos. Pettis goes. Throw from Carlson behind the dish. Offline. Bounces into center field. And now Pettis will take third. The throw from the center fielder. Taylor pulls Heredia off the bag, but third baseman collects it. Stolen base plus an E2. 8th run of the game for Walnut Creek, 90 feet away. And a 1-0 count to Ramos.
And the fans here at Monte Vista and I had the same reaction to that throw from center. It looked like it immediately sailed on Taylor, though. A good read over there at third by Heredia to kind of back up and make the catch.
1-0. Ramos lifts it in the air, center field. Taylor tracking over to his left, and he makes the catch. Pettis stranded, but the Crawdads get 2 back on the Bryden Bull 2-run shot. 7-3 the lead heading to the 8th. Top of the 8th. Cody Perry back out there for Walnut Creek. Went 1-2-3 against Carlson, Vassell, and Shepler, the most potent bats in the Stomper order. Now he'll face Keys, Jones, and Yuri Perro. Cody Perry last inning, 2 strikeouts looking that allowed him to tie Carson Yassa for the 4th most strikeouts as a Crawdad ever with 52 career. Now Perry 8 Ks away from tying Braden Barnes at 60 for the most ever. Here's Keys. 1 for 2 with a double. Also a fielder's choice RBI. First pitch to him bounces at home plate. 1-0 to Trent Keys. Started his collegiate career at San Jose State, but didn't play at all with the Spartans. Redshirted, then spent a season at Los Bonanos College in 2025. As he drills this ball into shallow right, base hit on a line. And Keys is aboard for the second time today. Pardon me, the third time, second via a hit. First base runner that Cody Perry has allowed today. Now Michael Jones, the left fielder from the right side. Chance to get a bit of a rally started. Sonoma trailing by 4. Perry out of the stretch, breaking ball right back to him. He'll go over to Carlisle at second for 1, on to first in time. Throws kind of trailed away a little bit,
Wow,
but
yeah.
the fielders on each side respectively able to get it. 1-4-3 double play.
And those are the ones that are always the trickiest. Right back to the pitcher if you're a middle infielder. You got to communicate to yourselves and then to the pitcher before the at-bat as to who will be covering for the pitcher if it goes back to him. Looked like Ramos maybe the one he was supposed to throw to. You have the momentum coming in, running in from behind second to make a throw to first, but instead Carlisle still handled it nicely and made a hard throw.
Here's Yuri Perro. First pitch from Perry to him. Outer third breaking ball at 82 miles an hour. So called a strike.
It's almost more impressive the way it happened because throw kind of behind Carlisle. He's going away from it, has to throw across his body to first.
0-1, another breaking ball from Perry, but it misses inside. But you're absolutely right. Carlisle's looked so stalwart defensively. Another nice play there that saves that throw from getting into the outfield and instead turns it into 2 outs. 1-1 to the Stomper second baseman. Uri Perro rips it into center field. Bull lets it drop in front of him. Didn't really have a chance to lay out and grab it. So now 2 singles this inning that Cody Perry has allowed. One of them obviously erased on the double play. But a 2-out base runner for the shortstop Ayala in the 9-hole.
It's that low and in corner that lefties just love. It's something about it. They can get the barrel down. It is easier to see from either the right or left side off the mound. And just there's something about it. I don't know what the science is, but lefties at every level have historically mashed that pitch, and Uri Perro right on it.
Middle infield playing deep. First pitch to Ayala, a breaking ball that bounces in front of Clisby. He stays on it. And Ayala also signals to Uri Perro at first, don't bother, try and run. Perry behind 1-0. Went 1-2-3 in the top of the 7th. He's allowed 2 singles in the 8th. 1-0. Breaking ball hit on the ground hard to second. Carlisle was going to go front hand, all of a sudden abruptly backhands, picks up, fires to Taylor. That'll do it for the inning. The Crawdads strand 1 base runner after the double play. We'll take a break. Bottom of the 8th after this. Bottom of the 8th, Crawdads leading by 4, and Gage McCown on to pitch for Sonoma. He's played 20 games as a catcher, but has also pitched this season, also pitched at Cal State Northridge. McCown making his 7th appearance on the mound this summer, 7.94 ERA and 5 2/3. Rather similar stats to Jaden Ramos entering this inning, same ERA, same innings pitched. He'll face the top of the order, Aldridge, Carlisle, and Ellis for Walnut Creek. First pitch to Aldridge. Fastball on the outer third. Dots it. Strike one.
I was wondering about guys who are true two-way pitchers and catchers. I mean, they just must know how to sequence an at-bat, what pitches to throw when.
1-0. Aldridge takes off speed and low.
See guys in the MLB now call their own games with the pitch comm system. They can tell the catcher what pitches to what they want to throw. Wonder if it's kind of the same dynamic.
Perhaps so. 1-1. Aldridge takes a hack, a breaking ball that skips in front of home plate.
A couple of the swings last two at-bats that Aldridge would rather have not taken. A strikeout to end last at-bat. Pitched about a foot outside, just limped the bat out. Same case there. Didn't want it, but committed.
1-2 from McCown. Aldridge takes off speed and inside this time, so the count evens to 2. Carlisle's on deck, then Ellis after him. Aldridge 1 for 4 today, singled in the second, 2 strikeouts, both swinging, and a flyout. 2-2 from the righty. Fastball high and away. Full count. 92 mile an hour from McCown. He's certainly got some heat. Faster average fastball velocity than any other pitcher today for Sonoma. Payoff to Aldridge. Breaking ball, wave and a miss. Dropped third strike. Carlson's got it. His throw to first in time. So Aldridge strikes out swinging for the 3rd time today.
Just the chase bug getting him out of the leadoff spot for the first time in a little while. Just not a table setter today for Aldridge. Today he wants to forget a bit.
8th strikeout of the season for McCown, first today. In steps Carlisle, also 1 for 4. First pitch to a breaking ball that just hits the inner third. Carlisle singled in the second, has a pair of groundouts and a flyout to center as well. 0-1. Another breaking ball from McCown, but it misses low. McCown and the Stompers just trying to hold the score where it is, give the offense one last chance in the top of the 9th. And Harry, the Crawdads would love nothing more than to add on even more insurance.
Why not?
1-1. Fastball at the chin of Carlisle.
Especially when late offense has really been a struggle of the Crawdads in the last week or so, maybe even week plus going to the road trip. Scored all their runs really in those 3 games in the first 5 innings. Been the same last couple days.
2-1. Carlisle takes at the belt for a strike.
Just need to remember what it's like to score late, to really secure wins. Because if you're thinking of situations where you're playing from behind, also a chance to be in the situation where you're coming back late.
Yeah, got to be in the habit of being able to score. 2-2 fastball. Carlisle grounds it over to second. Sliding effort from Yuri Perro. He collects and makes the throw. 2 up, 2 down in the bottom of the 8th. Gage McCown trying to make it a 1-2-3 inning, but tall task with Ryan Ellis coming to the dish. Ellis has been aboard 3 times. 2 walks, a hit by pitch, also a strikeout. But Mr. Crawdad, furthest thing from an easy out.
Almost see how he's feeling after last at-bat. Got drilled by a fastball, front arm, right above the elbow guard, so in the meaty part. Still hurts, obviously.
First pitch, a breaking ball outside.
When it catches you that flush at high 80s, low 90s. Man,
Yeah, it stings.
TJ Woodson has been out because he got hit like that.
Yeah, took one on the elbow a couple of games ago. 1-0 pitch to Ellis. It misses. And Woodson hit by a pitch on Sunday against Alameda. But he's getting some extended rest. Ellis reached on the hit by pitch last time, also scored on a wild pitch. 2-0 breaking ball ripped down the right field line. Hooks just foul. 99-mile-an-hour exit velocity from Ellis on a 90-mile-an-hour fastball.
Guess where the pitch was? Low and in. Again, these lefties, they're loving it.
That they are. You've been right on the money about that one, Harry.
It's another one I'll credit to Mike Kruko for my knowledge of that.
Great source.
Like most things.
2-1. Ellis takes off speed and inside. Hitter friendly to Ryan Ellis. Yet to record a hit today. But he's been aboard 3 times. Ellis, because of that, is working a 10-game on-base streak. He's reached base now in all but 3 CCL contests he's appeared in. 3-1 to him. Outer third fastball. Strike 2.
That's a count, again, where you're looking for your pitch and your pitch only, even if it's a fastball, which is probably the type of pitch Ellis is looking for. When it's located that well on the outside, you don't have to go after it.
McCown trying to go 1-2-3. His payoff to Ellis. Breaking ball in the dirt. He will not. Ellis aboard for the 4th time. 3rd walk of the game. And it brings up the righty Kevin Parker Jr. Also of note for Crawdad fans, Michael Olson warming up in the bullpen.
Looking to finish this one out with at least a 4-run lead. So, got a decent cushion, does the lefty, who's been overall really solid this summer. I think the last couple have been a bit of a change, though, a bit of a struggle. So, chance to get back on the winning train for Olson.
Two outs, Ellis at first for Parker Jr. Popped up behind home plate his last time up. McCown out of the stretch, fastball inside. Parker Jr. backs up out of the way.
And Parker, another guy who sat a couple of games after getting hit in the hand by these Stompers. It was in Sonoma, so they're still working him in. They know the scouting report.
It's right before the All-Star break that happened. Looping breaking ball, belt high for a strike. But since then, Parker Jr. has rounded back into form, Harry. Didn't really lose too much time. Sat for maybe 3 games.
Yeah.
Also helped that the All-Star break was right around then. 1-1. He swings through a fastball. 1-2 to Parker Jr. 1 for 4. A single and then a ground out. 2 pop outs. Cam Taylor's on deck. Should Parker Jr. find his way aboard the base paths? McCown trying to put him away. 1-2. Fastball popped up right towards us and over our heads. Almost had another chance at a ball there, Harry.
Yeah, not getting number 2 of the day.
Not quite so lucky. It's been a magnificent day for baseball here, though. Obviously hot at first pitch, 91 degrees, but it's cooled off a little bit. Nice in the shade here in Danville. 1-2 from McCown. Parker Jr. waves through it, dropped third strike. Carlson's on top, and he'll throw to first to complete the strikeout. Ellis stranded at first. Crawdads go down in the 8th. To the 9th we go. Michael Olson coming on to pitch. Last chance for the Stompers, trailing by 4. Back here now for the top of the ninth. Michael Olson, the left-hander from Chabot College, on to finish out this game for Walnut Creek. Top of the Stomper order, Chase Taylor, Mateo Heredia, and Hunter Carlson. Lefty, righty, lefty against the big left-hander. Olson, 6'4", 210 pounds, making his 10th appearance for the Crawdads. 11 innings pitched, 4.91 ERA. Olson, 11 strikeouts to 8 walks this season, Harry. It's been pretty good. One of the Crawdads' main stoppers.
He has, and it's really the only blemish. The last outing against San Luis Obispo on the 10th of July was responsible for 4 runs in just the 1 inning that he was able to finish. But other than that, he's been excellent. It's kind of an example of an ERA just catching up a bit to him because it was so low before, but 1 inning can balloon it a bit. So 4.91 on the books, but a bit better than that in reality.
Taylor steps in, 1 for 2, a single and 2 walks, pardon me. Olson steps back, kicks and fires. Fastball grounded over to second. Carlisle collects. And there's the first out on 1 pitch.
Carlisle continues just to be so fundamental on defense. The thing that I've continually harped on with him is he leads with the glove. He puts it out in front of him, lets it be his anchor, and that's what you want to do as an infielder. That's what coaches will tell you. You put the glove out front. You never flip it late. He is presenting it the whole way to that ball, and when it's glove side, it becomes a bit easier. Just extend it out, scoop it up, make a soft sidearm throw to first.
Olson now against Heredia. First pitch, upstairs fastball. 1-0 to Heredia. 3 strikeouts and a ground out for the Stompers' third baseman, but he's looked very stout defensively, despite the offensive end not quite going. 1-0 from Olson. Curveball popped up, hooking in foul territory. It's out of play. 7-3 lead for the Crawdads. They added 5 runs between the 6th and 7th innings after jumping out to a 2-0 lead, but then Sonoma 1-2-3, 1-1 in there for a strike, another curveball. I meant to say is Sonoma 1 run each of the 3rd, 4th, and 5th innings, jumped out to a 3-2 lead, and then since then the Crawdads 4 unanswered runs. 1-2 to Heredia, breaking ball away. Heredia, rare struggling performance at the dish. Now the 2-2 to him. Off speed and low. It's a full count, but Heredia was a .328 hitter in 23 games entering this contest. 6th of those hits for extra bases. .375 on base percentage. Olson, the payoff, trying to shut him down. Curveball misses upstairs. 1 out walk for Heredia, the first time he's been aboard. And now Hunter Carlson from the left side, a chance to do some damage. Carlson 0 for 1. He's had 4 plate appearances, just 1 at bat. He's worked 2 walks and was hit by a pitch in the 5th. Air horn from, looks like some sort of football practice out there beyond the field. Olson to Carlson, wave and a miss. Challenge fastball on the outer third.
Had a few blasts from that air horn out there. It's kind of a very humorous cadence or pitch. I don't know. It's kind of funny when it goes off like that.
Doesn't quite sound normal, that's
No.
for sure. Olson checks it first, 0-1. Fastball on the inner part of Carlson's bat, into left field, diving effort, Perez, it bounces for an extra base hit. Heredia will stop at third. 1 out double for Carlson. And all of a sudden, 2 RBI chance for Tino Vassell here in the top of the 9th.
Designated hitter number 21, Tino Vassell.
That's a tough one. Get real soft contact out to the left. It just tails and tails away from Perez, who looked like he had a good initial beat on it, then sort of tried to cut it off a bit too vertically. as Griffin Messenger will pinch hit over at second for Tino Vassell, and that's an important run. I mean, any run you can get, but just kept tailing away and sort of, again, came in a bit too vertical at it when he should have taken a wide turn to the right.
Tough play to make out there in left field. Second and third for the Stompers. Carlson with the double, he heads to the bench, and Messenger takes over at the second base bag. Heredia's at third.
And yes, excuse me, takes over for Carlson at second. Vassell stays at the plate.
Vassell to the dish. 1 for 3 with a walk and a single. Olsen peers in. Lefty. First delivery. Olsen, curveball sits low outside corner. Called strike one. Vassell struck out his last time up against Perry in the 7th. It's been one of the hottest bats in the entire league. Named an all-star selection as well. 0-1. Fouled back. Challenge 88-mile-an-hour fastball on the inner third. Oh, 0-2 to Vassell. 1 out, top of the 9th. Crawdads leading by 4, but the Stompers threatening to score. Olsen kicks and deals. 0-2 curveball low. 78 miles an hour that time from Olsen with a spin rate of 2,400 RPM. Now 1-2 to Vassell. Fastball fouled back. Count remains the same. Vassell just behind it there.
Olsen really hammering him inside with the fastball. Opens up a potential curveball. It's the put-away pitch for Olsen out there. He's got to get one here. You get the second out, those runners become a lot less important.
1-2 again. Curveball just at the top of the zone. It misses.
Try to front door it again off the fastballs that came up and in. You set the sight line inside, then the curveball starts to break even more inside. And as a lefty, you take avoiding action as Vassell did. That one too high, but if it had dropped lower, he would have had his shoulder turn. Watching strike three go down the middle.
2-2. Vassell grounds it over to second. Carlisle collects on the bad hop. Over to first for 1 out. 1 run scores. That's Heredia from third. Sacrifice ground out makes it a 7-4 game. Stompers trailing by just 3 now, but they're down to their last out. Here comes Shepler to hit.
And now it's been one, but worth mentioning, Olsen could pick up a save now. So chance to dial in and get his first of the season.
Shepler 0 for 2. A pair of strikeouts and a walk since pinch hitting for Sebastiani in the third. Shepler was a .237 hitter in 17 games coming into this one. Now the burden falls on his shoulders. First pitch from Olsen, a fastball in the dirt. Stompers need 3 runs. Trent Keys is on deck, another left-hander. Then it would be Michael Jones, the right-handed left fielder. Olsen at the letters, now the belt. 1-0. Fastball tails away. 2-0 to Shepler. Messenger is at third after pinch running for Carlson. Lots of speed, 90 feet away. 2-0. Shepler ducks out of the way, a curveball that doesn't break.
Leaving that one up a lot, just riding out of the hand too early. And if you're Olsen, you're happy to miss it out of the zone. You don't want to miss the curveball up middle of the zone. Don't want to miss it in there. Leave a hanger that's ready to be hit a long way.
3-0. Shepler takes one in the dirt. 4-pitch walk. Runners on the corners and the tying run at the dish. Trent Keys.
The right fielder, number 3, Trent Keys.
Well, that brings a tying run up. It's a game that the Crawdads have really controlled since the 6th. Added big time in the 7th, but now you got to settle with the reality of it. I mean, this is a game that is one swing away from being tied up. It's also one swing away from ending, but Key's a guy who is capable of leaving the yard, does have one on the season, but if you're Walnut Creek, guy who's probably not going to do it, just, one in, 75 plus at bats, so got to dial in. You really just have to attack. You still got to trust your stuff if you're Olsen. Ride the fastball. The curveball's not working too well, so trying to induce some soft contact as he's been doing on the balls in play.
Jeff Robertshaw, the assistant coach for the Crawdads, out to have a chat with Olsen and the infield. But Trent Keys has been the Stompers' hottest hitter today, Harry.
Yeah.
It's 2 for 4, a double and a single. Also drove in a run on a fielder's choice in the 5th.
Really turned his day around after the backwards K that began the 2nd.
He's been a dangerous hitter this entire season. 25 games, 288 average, 485 on base percentage. Entered the contest with 16 walks to 19 strikeouts at the moment. 16 walks to now 20 Ks. Had a monster year at San Joaquin Delta College as well this spring. Dangerous guy at the dish. Olsen trying to get the last out for the Crawdads. First pitch to Keys, inside, breaking ball.
I still think you got to attack fastball. Just get something in the zone. Curveball not been working.
One 0 to Keys. Fastball top of the zone, misses. 2-0. Second base is open. Right-hander Jones on deck, who's 0 for 4. So technically you have the free base open, but the go-ahead run would come to the dish. 2-0 to Keys. Olsen attacks with a fastball. It's fouled away.
And I mean, if you're Olsen, you really do have to attack this guy. It's the final lefty in the row of 4 lefties straight in this lineup. And yes, it's the one that's hurt the Crawdads maybe the most today, but you're still a long way away from this one really being a tie game. The only way right now is if it's a homer. If you give it to the guy on deck, different ways you can bring that tying run in. Wow.
2-1 fastball misses by about 1 baseball.
Close one.
3-1. Shepler at first, Messenger at third. 2 outs, top of the 9th. The Crawdads lead by 3. But Keys could tie it with 1 swing. 3-1. Wave and a miss. Fastball upstairs. Now the count full.
Just do that again. That's exactly what you got to do. Ride the fastball. Trust it. Really good pitch, top of the zone. You don't even need it to be on the rail of the zone. You can leave it over the middle a bit. Trust the contact.
Ryan Delaney warming up quickly for Walnut Creek, just in case. Payoff pitch from Olsen. Keys takes a fastball just low. Called ball 4. Bases are loaded for Michael Jones, the left fielder. Go ahead run at the dish for the Sonoma Stompers.
That looked pretty good. That looked pretty good. I thought that was going to get the call for sure and that the Crawdads would have win number 21, but hey, a bit too low, I suppose. It was really at the bottom of where or where the TrackMan has the bottom of the strike zone.
And now a pinch hitter, Ben Sebastiani, will take over for Michael Jones. Another right-handed bat, though. Bases are loaded. 2 outs, top of the 9th. Crawdads lead by 3. Stompers down to their last out, but a big chance to tie this game up. Sebastiani, a 148 hitter in 13 games for Sonoma. Pinch hitting from the right side. Olsen's first pitch. Fastball on the outer third. Called strike 1.
It's the money spot. There you go.
Game on the line for Sonoma. They go to Ben Sebastiani, cousin of Nick Sebastiani, who ended the Crawdads season in 2025. 0-1 pitch from Olsen. Fastball, wave, and a miss. Sonoma down to their final strike.
And he wanted the go-ahead run to come around in that one. He was swinging for slummy time.
0-2 hold with a rising redshirt sophomore. Olsen kicks and deals. Tapped off the end of the bat, foul towards first. Still 0-2. Sebastiani fights that one off. Second-year Stomper. Played in 22 games in Sonoma last season. Yuri Perro's on deck for the Stompers. Delaney waiting in the Crawdad bullpen. Olsen, 0-2. Fastball lined up the middle, base hit, scores at least one. They give Shepler the wave, he'll come in to score. 2 RBI single for Ben Sebastiani. Keys holds at second, and now the lead for Walnut Creek just one, 7-6.
Just a great 2-strike swing, really turning that one around, down 0-2. Hit it very, very hard, and that's why I was saying you want to attack the guy before, because now moves the tying run into scoring position. If you attack Keys and get him to put the ball in play, you might end up with an out, or you might end up with the tying run staying one batter away, but instead, it's the end of the day for Olsen, and now a save opportunity for Ryan Delaney.
Manager Brent Cummings trots out to the mound. He'll signal to the bullpen. Ryan Delaney will come in and take over from Olsen. We'll take a break. Top of the 7th continues after this. Top of the 9th, Ryan Delaney, the Crawdads' career leader in innings pitched and pitching appearances, gets the call to try and get the final out in this inning. Stompers just plated 2 on an RBI single from Ben Sebastiani after Tino Vassell hit a RBI ground out earlier in this inning, scored 3 runs and brought this game within 1. Here's Uri Perro, represents the last out. Tying run at second, go ahead run at first. Uri Perro singled his last time at bat in the 8th. He's 1 for 4. Delaney kicks and deals. Breaking ball sits in the zone, strike 1. So manager Brant Cummings goes to his most veteran guy, Delaney, in one of the biggest spots all season.
And I'm seeing just 1 save in his Crawdad career. Looking for number 2, 1 save in his collegiate career.
0-1 from Delaney. Fastball, wave, and a miss. Once again, the Stompers down to their final strike, but last time that happened, Sebastiani grounded it up the middle for a base hit. Crawdad scored first, then 3 from Sonoma, 5 from Walnut Creek to take a 4-run lead, and all of a sudden, the lead just 1, top of the 9th. 0-2 from Delaney. Uri Perro hits it on the ground. Carlisle collects, takes his time, throws to first. Ball game. Walnut Creek wins. They escape the onslaught in the top of the 9th for the Stompers. And coming up next, we're going to go into our Up the Creek post-game show. Today's post-game show brought to you by Up the Creek Records. Up the Creek is a great record shop right next to the Ace Hardware in downtown Walnut Creek. They buy and sell new and used vinyl records, CDs, and cassettes, as well as skateboard gear and a variety of other fun gifts like yo-yos and hacky sacks. They also have an all-ages live music venue that hosts local bands every weekend. So check out who is playing at upthecreekrecords.com or their Instagram at upthecreekrecords. When we come back, we'll go to the Up the Creek postgame show, starting off with our player of the game interview right after this. Welcome back to the Up the Creek postgame show. Today's player of the game interview is brought to you by Worth Group Restaurants, a local collection of East Bay restaurants owned and operated by Rodney Worth, including the Peasant and the Pear in Danville, the Bourbon Pear in Livermore, and the Golden Pear in Walnut Creek. Worth Group Restaurants, an official partner of the Walnut Creek Crawdads. Today's player of the game, Dylan Perez, the left fielder for Walnut Creek. A triple, a double, a walk, and a flyout. Dylan, 2 for 3 day with a run driven in. Have you made any tweaks to the swing? You're swinging really good today.
Yeah, I'd say pretty much just went back to what I was doing, stopped thinking in the box, and just swung. I mean, that's about it, man. I've been really tinkering a lot this year, so I just quit doing that and just started swinging, and worked out pretty well.
How does it feel to kind of see the results, especially today?
It felt really good, man. Felt really good. Definitely needed that.
So Crawdads now 21 wins in the middle of the postseason chase. Dylan, how do you feel that the brotherhood has really kind of expanded as the season has gone on?
Oh, it's been great. Just between all the long bus rides and stuff like that. I love these guys. We're really close. It's a great group of guys. I mean, they're awesome, man. We've gotten really close.
Do you feel like you've achieved all the goals you had kind of coming into this season?
Yeah, man. I mean, as a team, I'd say we're looking pretty good right now. We just got to keep it rolling in the playoffs, man.
Any last words for the Crawdads fans back home?
Go Dads.
Awesome. Thank you very much, Dylan. We appreciate your time. We'll take a break here on the Crawdads Streaming Network. When we come back, Harry and I break down the game right after this. Welcome back to the Up the Creek postgame show. Today's sweet play of the game is brought to you by Batter and Icing, a local partner of the Walnut Creek Crawdads. Batter and Icing is a locally owned custom bakery with 2 retail outlets in Danville and Pleasant Hill. Since 2018, they've been creating everything from birthday and wedding cakes to corporate event desserts, all made fresh with quality ingredients and plenty of creativity. Learn more or place an order using the Crawdad fundraiser part of the Order Online tab at www.battertheletternicing.com. Orders can be picked up at any Crawdads home game. Harry, today's play of the game, I think it's kind of self-explanatory. That last out, the ground out over to Lucas Carlisle, fielded it really cleanly, took his time, ensured the throw to Taylor was accurate. And how about Ryan Delaney for inducing that ground ball to earn the save?
Oh, just fantastic all the way around. And Lucas Carlisle, ever since becoming a Crawdad, sort of after the first few weeks of the season, has just been so excellent wherever you plug him in the infield. And it's rare that he makes a play look difficult, and that one was exactly the same. He made it look easy. Wasn't exactly an easy play, though. Took sort of an odd hop, and every time the ball is hit over to him, you feel so confident that he's going to end up with the out. Just great fundamentals, great mechanics, nothing different with that play, and it stopped a Sonoma rally that almost tied this game up after the Crawdads had a very large lead, but now Crawdads with the win gained some breathing room in first place. 724 winning percentage, slow with the loss today, down to 676. So finally feels like the Crawdads have a bit of room there to breathe. We'll have to do some more math to see whether they can drop a game perhaps if Slow wins one, but I think that's probably where they're at. They can lose and Slow can win. They'll still be in first, but hey, Crawdads just got to keep building. They just beat the hottest team in the north, so great feeling.
Yeah, it feels like a 2-game cushion now for Walnut Creek over the San Luis Obispo Blues. 7-6 win over the Sonoma Stompers at home, a team that they are now 5-1 against. But Sonoma certainly made it close. It looked like, Harry, after the 7th inning that it was kind of going to be Walnut Creek all the way. After Bryden Bull hit that last 2-run homer, really felt like it was going to put the game on ice. I mean, the 8th went really smoothly. Cody Perry allowed 2 hits, but got out of the jam pretty quickly. And then Olsen came in, allowed 3 walks and a couple of hits. So they called to Delaney. He gets it out, gets the final out, earns the save. But Walnut Creek, another win. That makes it, I believe, 3 straight dating back to Sunday. Where's the 4th, Harry?
Yeah, you're right. 3 straight.
Yeah,
That was 3.
You're good.
I wrote it wrong in the book.
Yeah,
wrote it wrong in the book there.
Don't do math well, notoriously. Anyways, Crawdads win. That's the bottom line. They got the job done. We'll take a break permanently for tonight, but we're coming back tomorrow. The Blues come to town against the Crawdads. A big title fight again for the top spot in the north. The first and second place teams. Tomorrow, 4 o'clock from Danville. We'll have it right here on the Crawdad Streaming Network. For our producer, Jack Brooks, and my co-commentator, Harry Setrakian, Charlie Limoncelli signing off. We'll see you folks tomorrow. Same time, same place.